But yeah, we got everything working now. We're already recording with Craig on Discord, and we're already live on YouTube. So, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the experience. It is September 18th, 2024. It's 9:12 p.m. Central Time here in San Antonio. 10:12 p.m. where Mr. RJ is at.
Yep.
But welcome to the experience, people. You already know me. I'm Drew, and with me, as always,
Justin from my mic is my thing's fucking up here, but Justin from Spinebuster Tees and spinebustertees.com.
yes, sir.
Right.
And joining or rejoining us tonight from last week's show, where we talked about the PWI 500, but we condensed it to 25, is you all know him, we love him, and I hope you guys love him better. Is the Brooklyn Savage, RJ?
Right. One of the biggest free agents of all time.
Right.
The biggest diamond in the rough in podcasting. Better snatch him up, people. I hope you don't, because we want him here. We want him here as well. But how's everybody doing? How you guys doing?
And I'm good, man. Can't complain. Life is life, and I'm loving it. So
Yeah, man. One of my brothers just turned 28 today, so I was celebrating with him a little bit. I spent a couple hours with him at his new place. He's a fucking caveman, that kid is, and always has been ever since the day I met him. That's what I was telling him earlier, like your work ethic and the way you just take certain things. He can take something and make it, or he could take nothing and then turn it into something. He bought this camper from this from this crackhead for like $500, and he literally put cabinets in it, put flooring in it, put some insulation in it, and he's really trying to turn this camper into a feasible home. So I'm like, yo, like you definitely know what the hell you're doing. So yeah, nah, that was pretty cool spending some time with him a little bit earlier. I haven't seen him in a while, so uh just thought that I hit him up for his birthday, and he was like, hey man, I just got some shit to show you. And I'm like, all right, let's see it. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And it's always a humbling experience getting away from like gadgets, all this technology stuff like that. Like he really lives his life like a caveman. So it's really the opposite of what, obviously what you're used to every day. So it's very humbling to be in the middle of the woods and not have any type of technology.
I mean, in these kind of times, living in the woods sounds like it's the better idea.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do, and I don't blame him, to be quite honest. I mean, where we were before was like in the middle of nowhere with a dirt
Right.
road and all this other stuff. And then one of my second places that I lived in South Carolina was a dead end road and everything like that. So it was nothing but woods and deer and this, that, and the other. And the only other thing you heard besides like trucks coming down the road was gunshots. So
that sounds like Huntsville, Texas. That's where my namesake comes from. So wooded roads, back roads. That's where the state prince is at. Just good old country folk out there, smelling like cow shit. It's good air.
Yeah, that's Texas in a nutshell. But yeah, tonight we got a nice little show ahead of y'all tonight, so we're gonna kind of get things get the ball rolling, so to speak. So we got something planned at the end of the show, which Justin suggested, and I was happy when I heard that. So it's gonna be a fun show like last week.
And I was happy when I heard that.
And when RJ's happy, I'm happy.
We're all happy.
Yeah, RJ's got that $1 million smile. So when he's happy, I'm happy. But so as far as the shows goes, we're not gonna like go match by match, segment by segment. We're just gonna talk about each show as a whole: SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and Dynamite if Justin's up to it. But and then we'll sprinkle.
We can pass on Dynamite. I mean, I'll do a quick little recap, but it was not a good show tonight.
Okay. So SmackDown was last Friday, the premiere of SmackDown on USA, which I don't know if you would call it a premiere because I think they've been on USA before, but you know what you mean. But new logo,
Re-debut, I think, is the proper
re
term.
re-debut. There you go. New logo, which looks kind of it looks weird because it looks like it just says Smack Sound. Like I know they were what they were going for because they were trying to do like the half of the S and half of the D, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about the new logo?
I don't like it because when you look back at it 15 years from now, it's gonna look like so 2024.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's gonna look very what we consider now modern, but when we look at it 15 years from now, I'm like, okay, man, that looks like so like the mid 20s. Can't believe we're saying we're actually living in the 20s, believe it or not.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean it's not very good. I mean we'll get to the song in a little bit, but yeah, just I'm not crazy about the design. I would have went with something obviously different, but
some
you know
people
it is
like
what
it. Some people like it, and if you like it, great. But you
yeah
know, I don't
yeah
like it.
you know. But RJ, how do you feel? What do you think about the logo? You think it needs to be redone? Think it could have been different? What do you think?
I mean, it could have been different, but I'm not gonna bitch about it though. Um, I just think it's. I'm not gonna tell anybody how they should
Right.
feel about certain things, right? Like I've never been in the business of that. Don't want to be in the business of that, but I
Right.
just rather the show be good than a fucking logo. Like this
True.
great thing. Could WWE had tried harder? Yeah, of course. But yeah, I'm not gonna put too much umph into a logo. Give me a good show. Give me a good show. That's the best thing you could possibly do for me. I a trash logo or the half baked logo don't really move me like that. But just give me a good show. That's all I care about.
Right. Another thing people are bitching about is the theme.
Uh,
So there's a new theme. It's done by Megan the Stallion and another artist whose name I'm blanking on.
He's from part of the Korean group, the BTS, I think it was.
Okay.
It's
Um,
not the leader, but it's like one of the other guys, one of the other 12 of them.
um, yeah. I mean, I get why they going with Megan the Stallion because she's obviously a known artist and people know who she is. And if we're up to Triple H, she'd probably go with Rock, which I like Rock, but at the same time they're a business and they want to attract viewers. And Megan the Stallion, she's popular. Um, the song is okay. I mean, granted, maybe it's because I'm an old man. Maybe it's because I'm getting old and I don't like all this modern music. But the song's fine. I don't hate it. People bitching about things that just don't really seem like that big of a deal. And they're like, why not bring back this theme? Or remember when this theme was good? And it's like, who
WWE's never brought back anything, not one.
right? Like there was one idiot that was like, remember this theme? And it was like a random ass theme from SmackDown. I'm forgetting the name, but I'm like, yeah, this theme sucked. This is when the show was unwatchable, and you want this theme back? And again, just people bitching about little shit. But I don't know. How
There
do you
were
guys
some
feel about
shit
the theme?
themes in the mid like the early 2010s. There were some.
Oh,
There was one I actually liked. There was one that I actually liked, but outside of that, it was pretty bad.
I
right,
like
but
the I think I liked the one they had in was it 2016 with Cody Beware jumped on it because they had a song called "This Life," I think, and it was
Yeah, yeah. Well,
it,
not you're not talking about the SmackDown Live theme. You're not talking about like
no no
you're
no
talking
no
about the
no
one before that, right?
the one before then, but
Yeah,
it was
that
two
one that's the one I'm thinking about. That one was okay. That one was
yeah
okay.
it was two
It,
different versions. I think CFO did one, and then they had Cody Beware, who I like Cody Beware. He's a nice indie rapper and everything like that. He
fuck,
jumped on it and
how did it go? Fuck, I forgot how it went, but I forgot
because
how the hook went.
he switched the words up, but it was a nice little update to that one, but. Yeah, come on, people. I get where people are coming from though. When you hear Megan Thee Stallion and a dude from a K-pop group, that doesn't exactly scream fight music. But the last couple of years have been, the weekend. I'm a big weekend fan. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, but he's been taking up WrestleMania, and The Weeknd doesn't have fighting songs.
The
So this is
weekend, the weekend is not a fighter.
no, he's not.
Nice.
He's a lover, maybe a murderer sometimes, but he's not a fighter.
That's
But
true. That's true.
he's not this overwhelmingly badass guy. But they've used a lot of his music for WrestleManias the last 4 or 5 years. So with that being said, it's like they're going for the mainstream grab of, okay, if I hear Megan Thee Stallion on the SmackDown show, then oh shit, this has got to be cool, right? This has got to be what's in,
Yep.
what's flip, So I think that's what they went for, and hey, smart business move if that's the case. You can't have rock. I mean, I like rock music too. It's intense. It matches the
There's no
idea
rock.
of
There's no real rock songs anymore, anyway. So
oh yeah,
why?
no, of course not, of course not.
You know?
But I get where certain people are coming from too, where okay, you want that intensity to get you pumped up for the show, but at the same time, like I said, it's a good business decision to have Megan Thee Stallion open the show because okay, you hear this and you have to see what happens now. And I think the new intro is fire, by the way. Hey,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. The new
Right.
graphics are slick too, slicker than Diddy's Mansion. Like
Oy.
it's fucking
Oh.
it's
Oof.
absolutely it's clean. It's really clean. Diddy's Mansion's not clean, but that
No.
intro's clean.
Yeah. Diddy got diddled.
So the name of that theme from 2015 is Black and Blue.
Black and blue, I
I'll
crawl to
come for
you.
you. A
Yeah.
message that was always true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take it, the demons I forget. Like, yeah, that was it.
Yeah. That one was all the ones from that time frame. I was like, okay, I can kind of tolerate it. Not great, but I can kind of tolerate it. But anyway, the theme, I'm totally fine with it. People need to get out of the head of a lot of people. A lot of these people that are complaining are people that are like my age, grew up in the Attitude Era, and they're used to this hard rock, heavy metal stuff, right? And they're like, oh, this doesn't pump you up for a wrestling show. No, it doesn't pump you up for the wrestling shows that you remember. This is a different crowd. This song here, it just dropped last week. It just dropped last week. So this is a brand new song that we will see because you got I guess two big names in the music industry that it could be possibly, not saying that it will be, but it could be possibly a number one hit, right? And if this song becomes a number one hit, it's gonna be looked at as the very cool in thing to do. Oh my god, WWE, they're using this song, this number one hit song for SmackDown. So I think it's fine. That's number one. Also, number 2. This is the most important thing. I don't know if you guys noticed over the last couple of years, but wrestling in general has became way more hip hop than rock.
Yep.
No, you definitely
There's
right.
been way more black fans than ever before for wrestling. You see all the memes
Without a
and stuff
doubt.
and how and the type of language that they use, and they're using a lot of language that is, from today, right? Modern. There's a lot of black fans that really starting to appeal to pro wrestling, just like how a lot of black fans appeal to anime. And there's a lot of new black fans that is starting to get into pro wrestling. You know what I mean? They're closet fans, but you can clearly see that there's a lot of black fans getting into pro wrestling. So the fact that WWE knows this, that's why they got Wale for the NXT 2.0, right? And that's why NXT has been predominantly hip hop.
Yep. Ollie J and all these other.
Yeah,
They ain't bring
yeah.
Ollie J back. They can keep Sexy Red. Bring Ollie J back.
Well, Sexy Red's gonna be back, at
I know.
pay-per-view,
I
but anyway.
cried.
Well, anyway. Well, I mean, at least and I told Drew this. At least Sexy Red's a wrestling fan, and she's confirmed
Yes,
that.
she is.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
she is.
mean,
I'll
Holly,
give her that.
I don't know if she really fucks with wrestling like that, but Sexy Red, I mean, you gotta pick your battles, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like whenever they bring a lot of these artists in, it's like with Jelly Roll. Like, I'm not a Jelly Roll fan of his music, but at least he likes wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just like, I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, no, he actually likes the product.
Right,
and
right,
and
right.
he legit, and for what it's worth, he seems like a nice guy. So he's someone, and he's also putting out hits that people like.
Mhm.
Maybe not things that we like, but it's like, hey, our music and our time has passed us by, and
Yeah.
there's a new generation of music fans. So, and they see Jelly Roll as a big music act. They see, Megan Thee Stallion or Sexy Red as a big music act. So, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
again at the end of the day, it's just you want to bring more eyes and ears to the product, and these are people that bring more eyes and ears to the WWE's product.
The
At the end of
biggest thing for this is that so here's a couple things that people are not really putting two together. One, Mercedes. The reason why I mentioned Mercedes because Mercedes has been hanging around with Megan Stallion and possibly want to try to get Megan Stallion involved with AEW. I don't think that Megan Stallion would do something with WWE and AEW at the same time. I'm pretty sure WWE is like, we'll pay you this money to use this song, but you gotta cut your ties with the AEW as far as like publicly, right? Hang out with Mercedes, whatever. But we don't want you to go AEW. That's number one. But also number two, Megan Stallion, she is she is a wrestling fan too as well. Probably not as big as Sexy Red, but she knows of wrestling. She's familiar with the product. She probably doesn't watch every week, but she's a casual. Do you think that WWE may want to try to get Meg Thee Stallion to perform at WrestleMania?
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. No, I
And,
definitely no. You can definitely
and
see that coming.
if they get Meg Thee Stallion on at WrestleMania, you know how many more eyes and ears will be on WWE at that point? You know
Oh,
that
a
Meg Thee
lot.
Stallion is gonna tweet this and put this on her Instagram and stuff like that, saying seeing her hanging out backstage with like people like Cody and Carmelo Hayes and just whoever else backstage, and there's gonna be people looking at this, and there's gonna be women that's gonna be like, oh man, that dude fine. And you're gonna see Meg Thee Stallion hang out with Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill, and you're gonna see the men like, damn, that bitch fine. Them bitches fine. You know what I mean? It's gonna get them to watch. So I think it's a very, very great move from WWE. Even though, like, I like the song, I think honestly, to be honest, I really don't really see it as a wrestling thing, but I have to get my head out of 90s 2000s hard rock and seeing that this is the new normal when it comes to wrestling and wrestling themes. So at least
Yeah.
for WWE, at least.
Right. All right. So SmackDown, the re-debut, was in Seattle, Washington, at the Climate Pledge Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Show opens with Triple H, basically welcoming everybody to the show, and the begins with Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa in a steel cage match for the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was maybe maybe it's just me. I thought it was maybe the best I've seen Solo look.
Yeah.
I
I
was a little
tweeted up the
surprised.
same thing.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I mean, again, maybe it's just how I feel. I was a little surprised that there wasn't as much bloodline fuckery. Granted, it is a steel cage match, but I was expecting like something along the lines of like Cody would try to escape the ring, and like one of the Tongas would be there to like be like, yeah, you're not going to come down here, or you know what I mean, like, or close the cage on him. But for the most part, it was a very straightforward match, and you got to see Solo actually wrestle on his own. Like I said, he looked pretty good out there. Um, I'm gonna say something. I know Justin's gonna get mad at me. There was blood. There was blood. Granted, it went away after a while, but
Look,
there was
look.
blood.
No, Drew, I want you to do this. If the blood, like, if you can't see the blood after a minute, if he sweats the blood out, you shouldn't call blood. Like it was like if we see Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, I think that match should have like blood, but no, we're not. I'm not counting that as like. Oh, he got color. Yes, yes. Technically, it got color, Drew. Yes. Where was it? Where was it at the end of the match? It fucking sweat it off. It was on the mat.
That's why I prefaced it as to saying he got blood, quote unquote. But nonetheless, it was still a very good match. Cody got the win with the Crossroads. The Bloodline came out and attacked Cody, and then Roman came out. Nice little shot of him coming to the ring and closing the steel cage and taking everybody out. And then he calls out Jacob. He actually, tells Jacob get in the ring. So him and Jacob Fatu have a nice little stare down, which everybody got hyped for. So that was pretty cool. And then Solo drags Jacob out of the ring, like, nuh-uh, no, like, no. So, and then Cody and Roman have a stare down, which they ended up meeting up at the end of the night. What's it called? Nick Aldis had a contract in hand for a match at Bad Blood, which would have been Cody Rhodes and Roman versus Jacob Fatu and Solo. Cody said, I'm done with the bloodline. This is Roman's problem. So Roman goes out into the ring, says, all things change, or some things change, but not him. He's not the original tribal chief. He's the tribal chief. He's the only tribal chief. Says this show, his ring is WWE. Cody comes out, says it was your ring and was your WWE. Hasn't been since March. Or not March. Mania, I mean. And then they throw down their mics. They look like they're getting ready to fight. And then the bloodline comes out. The Tongas attack Roman and Cody from behind, but then they easily take him out. Cody then picks up the contract and signs it. I just liked how Solo was out ring talking shit. Like, he don't even like you. He's not even your friend.
I don't like you. He don't like you.
That was funny.
Like a child. I don't like you. You should be
He
on
don't
my
even
team.
like you. He don't like your ass. But so it is going to be Cody and Roman versus Solo and Jacob Fatu and Bad Blood. So yeah, Bad Blood's shaping up to be a pretty big show. But overall, what'd you guys think about the opening and the closing of the show?
Opening and closing of the show.
As far
Well,
the opening match with the Solo and Cody, and then the bloodline shit, and then the end of the show.
yeah, that was SmackDown.
Yeah.
That was the entire show. But going to specifics, I thought the match itself, I thought was a great match. Agree. I do think that's the best solo match. That's the best match Solo has had since he's been on the main roster. I mean, he looked really good in there. Cody, a lot of people thought Cody was going to do the moonsault. Glad he didn't do the moonsault. Save that for a bigger moment than just a SmackDown match. Roman coming out was expected, right? I didn't think anyone was really surprised by that. But unless if you're there in the audience, which is not a bad thing. But also on top of that as well, came out, did the save, and you come down to the end of the show, little tense promo between Cody and Roman, right? And pretty much we get our match made for Bad Blood. And the only thing I got a question, because it's logic. I mean, I got a question logic, as you guys know. Why would Cody take this opportunity? He said that he's done with the bloodline.
I said the same thing.
Why? This is your issue, Roman. Why did Cody take this position? Why? Because he's a dumb baby face. That's pretty much what it comes down to. He's a dumb baby face. So, am I excited for the match? Of course. Do I think the match is gonna be great? Of course. But also at the same time, I just have to question that logic, though. But I thought both segments were very, very strong from beginning to end.
Yeah, I was. It was funny. I was thinking the same thing as you. That logically, why is Cody taking this match? Because I was thinking that it was going to be Jimmy that was going to come out and answer the challenge as Roman's partner. Like, I thought that would have made more sense. But I looked at it as like they needed something for Cody to do.
Oh yeah, Cody's gonna be on the show. We knew that. I'm just thinking. I don't question the match itself. I question the logic how it got there. Why would you have Cody say that and then just turn around, an hour later to set up that match? You should have just went with you should have done something else. You know what I mean? You could have just had Cody say you know what? Clearly the bloodline is not gonna leave me alone, right? No matter what. Doesn't matter if Roman's here or not. I want them at Bad Blood. I'll do a 2-on-1 handicap match if I need to. Then have Roman come in and be like, hey, you know what? this is a family situation. I don't think you should be a part of it. But hey, if I got to team up with you to get at my family, so be it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like them joining together, which they ended up being, taking out the lesser of two evils, because Cody and Roman, they're not friends. They're not pretending to be friends. They still have that they still have that feud against each other, right? For obvious reasons. But they're gonna try to take out the common enemy, which is the bloodline. So yeah. I think they could have went a lot better going in that direction.
No, I agree. What do you think, RJ?
Go, you guys. I thought the cage match was Solo Sikoa's best showing in quite a long time. I thought that the stuff with Cody and Roman was interesting. They had a really good promo segment. But then once again, with Cody not taking, telling Aldis that he was done with the bloodline, but then taking the match at the last sec was it was kind of head scratching to me, but maybe I just chalked it up to Cody Rhodes being the ultimate good guy. Like you always call him all the time. What do you always call him all the time, Drew? He's Captain America.
Yep.
Captain America always tried to do the right thing, whether it's for the country or for his friends, Bucky in particular. So I just chalked it up to Cody just being this baby face, realizing that, oh shit, this guy, he might have done terrible shit, but now he's a guy in need. He needs my help, and as champion, as a locker room leader, it's his duty to kind of just step in and fill in. So
All right.
I just chalked it up to that. I didn't really try to overthink it, but maybe a little segment in between to kind of force Cody's hand a decision, or try to give us a little bit more of a reason besides just imagining or trying to come up with a scenario in your head would have been nice. But I guess maybe we'll get an explanation on Friday as to why. So I won't hold out that possibility, but I thought it was fine. It's like Captain America and the Thor teaming up. That's the best comparison I can come up with for Roman. But
I was gonna say Wolverine.
Wolverine, all right. I mean that worked too. But yeah, like it's gonna be pretty cool to see those guys team up. That way we can get that out of the way, and then you can do the Bloodline stuff at Survivor Series, strictly Bloodline stuff. Because I do not want Cody in War Games. That's for sure. If they're gonna
No.
do the whole Bloodline thing, let that be the Bloodline guys, and have Cody do something else.
I got a suggestion. I agree. It should be Bloodline versus Bloodline. But let's say we don't get Jey Uso or Sami Zayn to come over, because it seems like there's things that we can move around, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I'm gonna give you a
Right.
second option. Let me give you a second option.
Mhm.
What if it is the Bloodline, the current Bloodline, versus Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens? And the reason why I'm suggesting that is that this is where you will be able to turn Randy and KO inside of War Games, because we know how KO feels about Roman Reigns. He didn't want to get a title shot that Cody was going to give to him until Nick Aldis was going to try to give it to Roman. Then until Kevin was like, hey, no, I'll take it. Yeah, Roman Reigns, he doesn't deserve this. We already know how Randy Orton feels about that. This will be a great way to get Randy to turn heel, because remember, Randy Orton was taken out by the Bloodline, and he was taken out 18 months. And maybe he'll see it as a backstabbing. Him and Kevin Owens will see those both as backstabbings from Cody Rhodes. Hey, you're backstabbing us. You're backstabbing us to join with Roman, to team up with Roman. And maybe they'll plot something inside the War Games match where that they will just turn on Cody and Roman. Just saying. The story's there for it. So if
Makes
we
sense.
don't do Bloodline versus Bloodline, I think they could tell a story with those four too.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, because RJ just brought up, what I've been saying about Cody is Cody's Captain America. He always wants to feel like he's doing the right thing, but at the same time, he kind of inadvertently might turn people against him, kind of like Captain America did. So, yeah, I think that would make more sense as far as like how do we get to a heel turn with Randy and Kevin? Because it seems like it's getting there with Kevin, and now you got Cody aligning himself with Roman, and so for a guy like Kevin's like, dude, we spent like a better part of like what 4 or 5 years trying to bring this guy down. You finally did. Now you want to be friends with him? Like, no, fuck you. And the same thing with Randy. Like Randy would be like, they tried to end my career, and now you
Yeah.
want me to be his friend? Like, no, fuck that. So, but yeah, I mean, that sounds like a good idea because I think for the match that people have been imagining and also we've been imagining is, you know, Bloodline versus OG Bloodline. But I think, because Survivor Series is in 2 months, and if they wanted to do that already, they would have started.
They need to start. They need to start like now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would have had like Solo coming out and try to fuck with Jay's matches on the pay per view, or same thing with Sammy. So I don't know. They should have done it already, but they haven't, unless they're gonna rush it, which I really hope they don't. But yeah, I think I like your idea better. I think your idea makes more sense because you can have two stories. I mean, more than just two stories unfold in that match. But I like your idea. Speaking of Jimmy, Jimmy's dad, who's also Jay and Solo's dad, Rikishi, put out
Ricochet.
a Rikishi. There you go, Rikishi Fatu. No, he put out a very kind of a cryptic tweet, but not so cryptic about Jimmy. He put, "Dear God, for strength and health to continue. Hashtag Jimmy Uso. Hashtag WWE Bloodline. I know why and Fatu. Stay prayed for my boy. Hashtag Jonathan Fatu, who is the shoot real name of Jimmy Fatu or Jimmy Uso. I mean, but not really sure what that means. I know the talk of Jimmy being out was for an injury. We're not sure how serious it is. I know Sean Ross Sapp debunked it, but can't believe everything Sean Ross Sapp says. But
Well, for the record, again, we gotta take these analysts. I'm not a big Sean Ross Sapp guy, but he said he was told from WWE, so
right,
he's just reporting it. So, so
Yeah.
it's not necessarily not trusting what Sean Ross says. Is trusting the source that's giving him the information. So he's just reporting it. That's all.
right, okay. But yeah, nonetheless, you know,
Maybe Rikishi's just praying for his boy to get TV time. You
uh,
never
we're,
know.
we're,
Well, I'll say
He is really starting to get on my nerves, by the way.
no, I'm with you on that 100%.
I'll say this. I'll say this. Then we have like this type of spirited conversation. Not to this degree, in the reference to Bray Wyatt coming back to TV.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
true.
we did.
I'm just saying.
Again, I don't want to.
I'm just
I honestly
saying.
don't want. Yeah, I mean, I just again, I don't want to think the
Because
worst.
there were talks like, hey, I ran him not be on TV, and you know, so
Which
I
I
think
still,
we should.
which I
I
feel like
think
a dick.
tread lightly on this. All I
Right,
will say, this is all I will say. Hope is nothing serious. Hope
right.
what she's saying is nothing serious about his health. And I hope to see Jimmy Uso back on TV healthy and ready to go to wrestle. That's all I'm gonna say on this subject.
Yeah, like Rikishi, you know, I get where he's coming from on most parts when it comes to talking about his boys, but sometimes it just, if I'm Jay, I'm like, Dad, you gotta be
Again,
cool
we
about it.
can't say that. What if it is serious? Then
Right.
we look like assholes for even talking about it.
You're right.
Oh,
Again,
no. I think he's talking about. Well,
Talking about other things, like the whole
yeah,
thing
we're
with
talking about.
like Jay and Rhea, and then talking about
well, that has nothing to do with this here.
right.
The subject is, I get that. Whatever's in the past, yeah, I agree, right? For this subject, I'm not gonna play around with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I hope
I'm
he's
like
good.
you. I'm probably gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone after this. But
Yeah, no, I hope Jimbo's good though. Like I hope
yeah,
it's nothing serious. I wish that. I mean, you have the right to your privacy, but I wish he didn't scare fans like that though.
That's true
'Cause
too. I agree there. I agree there. I agree
yeah,
there.
because you put out something like that, it makes people like, oh shit, like is he dying? You know, and that's the last thing we need right about now is another death in the wrestling business. But yeah, I hope Jimbo's good, and whatever's going on, I hope it's not nothing crazy, nothing serious. Like you said, Bray Wyatt, everybody was shitting on the dude, and I had to play damage control on his behalf on my show, in the past. So like, I definitely get it, but I just hope for the best,
Yeah.
All right. At the end of the day, yeah, just that's what we all wish for, is for everyone to be healthy and happy. More so healthy, obviously, but for the most part, like Justin mentioned, that was pretty much the show with the Bloodline and Cody. The rest of the
Then
show,
you had Andrade and Melo. They had another great match.
right. The rest of the show wasn't terrible, but it's just a big chunk of the show was Bloodline stuff. Carmelo,
It was. I'll be honest. SmackDown has been sucking lately.
right?
Yes.
Carmelo and Andrade had a match. It was their best.
It was really good. It was really good.
Best out of 5 series, good match, and Andrade is gonna face LA Knight for the title pretty soon. I think next week. Then you had A-Town Down Under versus Kevin Owens and Orton. Actually, I mean, it was kind of a funny segment where Kevin Owens had a mystery tag partner, but he couldn't find any. I guess his tag partner was late, which we already knew who it was going to be, and it was a guy named Ricky, who in reality it's a guy named Ricky. Was it Ricky Gibson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He. I don't know if you know Ross from In the Clutch. In the Clutch.
Sounds familiar.
The guy that does like the with his friend does the WWE reactions or whatever. Two black guys. Anyway, he put it on Twitter like, "Hey, let's get this guy to 10,000 followers," and he got him 10,000 followers on Instagram. So that was a pretty cool gesture.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He actually follows. I think he started following a lot of people that were reacting to his SmackDown appearance because he follows me.
Actually, I was already following him on the Spinebuster Tees account because I try to follow Andy independent wrestler possible, so I was already following him. Not a flex or anything, but I just found it funny. So
he's in a tag team called, was it Midnight Heat?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good for Ricky. But he came out as Kevin Owens' tag partner, and then Kevin Owens got a notification from somebody working ringside saying he's here. And then Kevin Owens stuns Ricky, and then Randy Orton comes out as the mystery tag partner. But they won the match, and afterwards, Randy and Randy and Kevin look into the camera and say, "We're sorry, Ricky." So justice for Ricky. That's what we're here for. But yeah, that was SmackDown. So now we're gonna move on to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw on September 16th was in Portland, Oregon, in the Moda Center. Portland's a pretty good wrestling town.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's Piper
when
country.
It's hot. When it's hot, baby.
It's
Yeah,
Piper country.
They love their wrestling and they love their Portland Trailblazers. So they're pretty hot crowd.
Hey, from a New York Knicks fan, I can't get mad at that. You know what? That's dedication. I can't get mad at that.
Yes, sir. The show opens with CM Punk pulling up to the arena and, of course, doing those one shots, which I adore.
Yeah.
He comes to the ring and let's see, I have it right here. He says, "I'm at the point in my career where I'm wondering how many more matches do I have left in me. When I came back, I said I don't care. I didn't come here to make friends, but I didn't count on making a mortal enemy." Selling the injury, to his throat, where he's kind of talking in a raspy voice. But I don't know if there's just me that noticed that. And says Drew made a fatal mistake, dragging my wife and dog into this, and that he couldn't get the job done. Says his family begged him not to do this. Says he's doing this. Last time he was in Portland, he told Drew, "If you keep pushing me, you'll get the devil himself." Says he can't kill him, but he'll make him bleed, and Drew is going to have to kill him. I'm prepared for this to be the end of CM Punk, and if you're prepared for this to be the end of Drew McIntyre, then I'll see you in hell. Great promo.
Really good promo. There's a promo that was needed for this feud.
Oh, yeah. I know there's been a lot of complaints with Punk's promos where he seems too happy-go-lucky, which I get it. This brings back that angry CM Punk with more vitriol, kind of like that Ring of Honor CM Punk that we've been missing for a while. But great promo. Obviously makes the Hell in a Cell match mean something. Says he's gonna make Drew bleed, so I wonder what we're getting in that match. But what'd you guys think about the promo?
Again, I thought it was the promo that was needed for this here.
Mm.
That's number one. But also number two, he says he's gonna make him bleed. This is what I need. Where we saw during MJF and CM Punk that dog collar match, I need to see that type of level. Not like Punk was like fucking like super red, but it doesn't need to go that far, but it needs to go as far as possible under the PG guidelines. Far as
Agreed.
possible. I need it to be on the 1 inch line. I don't need staple guns. I don't need chair shots to the head or anything like that. You know what I mean? That's not necessary, right? It will add to it, but it's not necessary. I just need a physical match warranted to be inside Hell in a Cell, and I need to see the effects of the match on both competitors. I want to see I don't need to see a Mick Foley cage bump, but maybe like the Kevin Owens one, the Kevin Owens in the or like the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, something off the side of the cage. That's if we get that plus the blood plus a very well told story in the ring and a great ending, then that's all I really care about. So, but I thought this promo was damn good.
Agreed. Of all the AEW matches I liked, I really, really liked Punk's match with MJF, the dog collar match. I really liked that. One thing I did appreciate about it, I like Punk's entrance when he came out doing the Ring of Honor entrance. He brought back the AFI theme and was wearing like his old school like fighting shorts and like the jacket. I really hope he does that for Hell in a Cell, just to kind of give it
Well,
that.
he ain't gonna do AFI, but we could get this Fire Burns kill switch engage.
Mm.
WWE is gonna be so in the news. We'll get this out the way now. WWE is gonna get rid of CFOs by the end of the year, and it looks like they may go into
F Rebel.
Treble.
whatever. We know.
Tomato.
Yeah, the dumb fucks, the dumb fucks
Mm.
with the AI music. Def Rebel, right? They're gonna get rid of them at the end of the year, and they're gonna end up, doing more mainstream music. So I think this could be a test to where we can be able to maybe hear some more mainstream, not mainstream music per se, but more copyright artist music. So I think it'd be a great idea for WWE to borrow Killswitch Engage's theme for one night only, and have them come out to this Fire Burns and and just do that, because I think that'll get a huge pop. And it'll add to the match.
Right. I wouldn't mind it. I again, personal preference. I would like if they brought back, or just for one night only, the AFI theme. That's just me.
You
But
hate this Fire Burns, huh?
no, I like this Fireburns. I just think it would add more to the match if Punk, was like, I got to go back to my roots. I got to go find that dog in me.
Wouldn't this Fire Burns be that? Just saying. Be it'll be a contest, and I think the song the song itself, like the
It's
lyric.
more of a yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The lyric
do.
is more for
Right.
this match.
I'm not
You
saying
know?
I'll be mad. I'm not saying I'll be mad, but I'm just saying, like, if I hear it, I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I missed that theme, because every now and then I'll listen to that theme. I'll get hyped up, especially when I'm working out. I'm just saying, personal preference. If I had to like wave a magic wand, I'm gonna hit that song. You know what I mean? But
And plus, a lot of WWE fans don't know the
Yeah, I was gonna say
AFI song.
when it came on at Revolution, the AEW fans didn't really even know that song either. I can't imagine what the WWE fans will sit there. They'll just be sitting there like, oh, okay. What
There's
is
like
this?
literally 3 people singing that song
Yeah,
on the top of their lungs.
yeah. I think more of the WWE fans will know, especially like the casual ones, because a lot of casual guys, they really use the fucking network, and they'll go back and watch old shit. So
yeah, RJ, thoughts on the promo?
That was good. Is what you needed for the Hell in a Cell. I agree. Punk's been I'm happy to be back. I love the fans, this, that, and the other. He needed to cut something with some fire and some passion, and that's what he did Monday. It was one of his best effective. Because I'm not gonna say those promos, him talking about being back and loving the fans. I'm not gonna say those are not good promos because they are good promos, good touchy promos. But for what we're talking about here, Hell in a Cell, the intensity needed to build towards a Hell in a Cell match. I thought CM Punk went out there and he delivered a great old fashioned CM Punk promo with some vitriol and with a little bit of venom there. So I thought it was very effective, and yeah, just really good stuff on the Punker.
Is there another pretty good promo later in the night was Jimmy Uso, or not Jimmy, Jay Uso. I'm sorry, Jay Uso and Braun Breaker, where Jay essentially hypes up the match for next week.
Mm-hmm.
And then Braun Breaker comes out and says, Jay, pretty much that Braun Breaker, I didn't need help from my family. I didn't even need the name. I dominated on my own. Like, Jay, you've been here for 14 years. I've only been here for 6 months, and I've done more than you, yada, yada, yada. And then says, you're nothing without your family. And then Jay, says, I have been here for 14 years, and I won gold. And next week I'm gonna dog walk your ass, which is something Jacob Fatu said in a promo one time. Again, I'm not trying to say Jacob, cornered that phrase. I'm saying I heard him say that in a promo in MLW.
No. Jay is stealing from his family. Now he's stealing Jacob Fatu's catchphrase because that was Jacob Fatu's catchphrase.
Yep.
But dog walk your ass for pillar to post.
Yep.
I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool. I enjoyed
complete plagiarism.
Stealing from his family.
No good, Nick. And then says, your title run's gonna be shorter than your NFL career, or short and sweet, kind of like your NFL career. And then they brawl, and then Jay spears him, which again, just Jay should never do a spear, like ever.
No.
Braun should stick to a spear because when Braun spears you, it looks like it fucking hurts.
You damn right. It's a stiff looking spear, man.
I mean, I don't even like. I mean, personally, I don't even like Roman.
Oh, he don't like Roman spear. Ooh.
I mean, again, Roman spear is fine. It looks like a running hug.
It looks too pretty. No, a running hug is Edge. Oh my god.
Yeah, Edge. I still never understood why he did a spear. Like, just what is it? The DDT he did, the Edgecutor or Edgecution or
yeah, education. Yeah,
I always thought that was better. Like, I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that was cool. And then later in the night, Braun attacked him in a hoodie, which at this point, I think they're just doing that on purpose to make people laugh, to have people come out in hoodies.
There's possibly it's Braun Breaker. My God, you evil son of a bitch.
I just like Jimmy Joe Tessatore's reaction when Drew came out and attacked Punk a few weeks ago. He was like, "That's not a hooded figure. That's Drew McIntyre in a hoodie." But how do you guys feel about old Joe? How do you guys think he's doing?
Great.
Yeah,
I think he's doing a fantastic job so far.
I love him. I think he has a voice made for radio. Like I haven't heard his other stuff with ESPN, but I'm just going by what I'm hearing.
His NFL and college football. I mean, I've been listening to him for years. I mean, football, boxing. So, like especially in boxing, like he has that natural voice for combat sports.
Yeah, like one thing I appreciate about him is that he knows when to slow it down. Because I like Michael Cole, I like Corey Graves, but there are times where I feel like they dial it up too much for situations that don't require it. Whereas Joe knows where to bring it down. Like when there's really nothing happening, he's still entertaining, but he likes to keep his voice. I guess his indoor voice is what I'm calling it. But like when stuff starts happening, that's when you hear him go, "Oh, Drew McIntyre's breaking the beads." Like that's, when he knows to, bring it back up. So I think he's doing an amazing job. But RJ, how do you feel about Joe?
Well, I think he's got the perfect voice for announcing and everything like that. I because people, the knock that I see, in some of the group chats and stuff is that he does talk a little slow and that he's not as animative as Cole and Graves, but I think that's perfect actually. Let Barrett be animative. Like you don't need to have both announcers be over the top and animative. So I like the fact that
he's calling like if it's like a real sport.
Right. Exactly. And he's just smooth, and I really enjoy his pace as well. It adds something different to the show, and he sounds like a pro's pro, bro. He doesn't sound like some Smo Joe out of his mom's basement trying to be an announcer. So that definitely helps. He's a pro's pro.
Excalibur.
Oh God. It's like, come on, man. Stop.
God, but yeah, Joe's doing a great job. I mean, with this new era of WWE, where they're in business with UFC and Endeavor, and also ESPN to an extent, they want to treat this like as a sport, and so far they're doing a great job. They brought in the new guy that took Kevin Dunn's job, and he's filming it like like a sport.
Refitting.
Yeah, Lee Fitting, where it's pun intended, it's very fitting for how he's making the show look. So I love it. I appreciate it. I love little things that work out. So for the rest of Raw, yeah, Natalia versus Zoe Stark. Natalia won. Okay. World Tag Team Championships. Yeah, the New Day versus Balor and JD. Good match. Just the referee spot I thought was stupid. Like the whole when he's trying to break up everybody outside. It's like
Why do you care?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you care what these idiots are doing on the outside? Pay attention to what the fuck is going on in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. Which leads to possibly Xavier or maybe even Kofi turning on Xavier. You never know. After which Xavier and Kofi get into a fight backstage where Kofi's like, it's just us. We can't. We don't have E anymore. And Xavier pretty much doing the Owen Hart thing of enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
I'm sorry.
I am not a nugget. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman, which technically didn't happen since the top rope broke, and which that was cool. Which they fought backstage, and whatchamacallit, Braun ended up I guess spearing technically Bronson through the wall.
A wall.
And
I liked everything up until that point when it went through like the fucking sheet wall and like fucking like cans fell down. That was a little bit too cartoonish, but I thought it was an excellent segment.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Also, other Judgment Day stuff. There was a backstage segment with Finn and Rhea where Rhea gets a little emotional. She's like, "I tried to keep this family together," and then Finn admits something where he's like, I was the demon on Dom's shoulder. I told him to go after Liv. It's like, oh, Finn, you bastard. You no good bastard. So
we know.
that.
We know. We caught them out of the car together.
Mm-hmm. And I joined. No.
Hey, yo.
Sami Zayn comes out, talks about challenging Gunther for the world championship. Says he's got in his head. That's why Gunther keeps turning him down. And then Ludwig Kaiser comes out, and Sammy tells him to stop speaking. Sammy and grow some balls, and pretty much, I guess, trying to like be a shit stirrer and like have Ludwig, stand up for himself eventually and turn on Gunther. And then Gunther comes out and asks Kaiser, "Is there something you'd like to tell me?" And then he ends up attacking Sammy, and then Sammy gets the upper hand eventually. So that leads to, oh no, then he tells Sammy, "As per your request, it remains no." Yeah.
So what does Sami Zayn have to do in order to get this title shot?
Fuck Gunther's wife. No, I'm playing.
Wow.
Well, I'll talk about fucking on the show. I don't know. He's gonna have to like really piss him off.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. I just don't know why I just randomly thought of this. Like somebody asked Gunther about Joe Hendry. He's like, "Do you believe in Joe Hendry?" And Gunther's response was, "Actually, no, I don't." Oh, man.
Oh God.
Gunther's a good shit talker. He's a good shit talker for more than people give him credit for. But you had Bianca Belair versus Io Sky in a fantastic match. Fantastic match. These two really went at it. They just went out there and stole the show. I had some notes on these because I said these two are really showing out tonight for a
Yeah.
Raw. I mean, it wasn't a pay per view, but again, I'm not saying you have to hold back, but these two really won a lot. It was like watching NXT Black and Gold out there. There was a bit in the match which I thought was which I thought was phenomenal, where Bianca has Io in position for a vertical suplex while she's walking up the steps. Like, I forget how much of a physical freak Bianca is. And then
You know
Io
what?
wins with. Go ahead.
You know what? You know what really impressed me? If Bianca did that to somebody, I don't know, somebody bigger than the EO Sky. I mean, visual on paper, it's a good spot, but then you realize how tiny EO Sky is, and you're like, is it really that impressive?
It's it's
I mean, to me, because I can't fucking do it. So
I mean, yeah, but it's like,
I mean, walking up the fucking steps while she's holding this girl up. That takes a lot of strength. That's impressive.
I don't know. I want to see her do that to some. You really want to impress me? You want to knock the socks off me? Do it to somebody Jade's size.
Ooh. I mean, she technically kind of did it to Otis whenever they're doing like some competition thing, and she like deadlift Otis like he was nothing.
Well, this is nothing but a big bag of hot air.
God
Go
damn.
on.
Damn, you're living up to your moniker. You're a savage tonight.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. He loses every match. I used
You're
to, I used to be a I used to be a big Otis fan, but not anymore. He loses every fucking match.
like, fuck him.
It's getting increasingly hard. And Tozawa, he's like he's getting a paycheck right now. And Maxine, oh, forget it. I'll get canceled.
Say it. Come on, say it. I want to hear you say it.
Maxine, the red light district is calling your name, honey.
Oh. That's a little bit too savage.
I'll leave it at that. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
God damn it.
Maybe Brazzers, but not the red light district. Come on.
Oh my god. Wow, Brad. Wow.
I still think it's funny that Otis wears a shirt that says "Free Otis." It's like you've been free for like 2 months, dude.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, I don't get it. They need some retuning over there.
Exactly. And then the main event, you had Damian Priest versus Dom. It was a fun match. The crowd seemed really into it, as I put in my notes. There was a nice little camera shot where Liv is standing in front of the announce table, and then Rhea just like tackles her ass over the announce table. So, but it ended with Damian winning with the South of Heaven, and then they kind of did the bit from a few weeks ago where Rhea's getting beat up by Liv, and Damian has to watch, and then they did it with Rhea having to watch Damian get beat up, and the show ended with the heels on top, which they haven't done that in a while. So, but that was Raw. Raw was a good show. Like I said, the Portland crowd, they made the show fun.
And Drew, and I can add this real quick. Like there was a lot going on. The shows flow a whole lot more better when there's a lot going on. When the show is not just in one basket, when you don't have all the eggs in one particular basket, like the Judgment Day basket, and that's it, and the rest of the show just suffers. There was a lot going on here, and when that happens, it makes for a great show. Triple H, use this formula and repeat it. Repeat it. You know what I'm saying? Everything, I'm not gonna say it was must see, but it was like, oh shit, you got to pay attention to what's going on here from seg to seg and match to match because there
I
was
agree.
just a lot going on. So yeah, I think Triple H needs to, focus on making that a reoccurring thing. So
The show was definitely paced well. Like
yeah.
there was never a point where I felt bored or. I mean, I was gonna say look at my phone so I can tweet what's going on in the show, but like there's never a point where I'm like, oh, this shit's still going on. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a really well paced show. Um, it's going to be interesting to see what happens when it goes back to 2 hours for those 2 months. I know DT and Casey were talking about it. Where how is this going to affect like shows or house? Because I know they just did an announcement where they're doing less house shows, which I think is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better to do less house shows. Same thing with the live TV shows. Like
that means they are increasing ticket prices significantly, though.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Again, it remains to be seen. We're gonna find out in was it 3 weeks when they go back to 2 hours for the time being. But that was Raw. NXT. We'll talk a little bit about NXT. Again, still good. I mean, NXT is always the best show of the week. Usually, it's to quote Jeff Lippman, it was delightful. This week it was delightful as well.
Well, not this week. I thought Raw was better than NXT this week.
Yeah, I'll agree. I still like NXT, but I like.
Oh no, I liked NXT, but I'm just saying. I thought Raw was the better show this week.
There was more oomph to Raw this week. Not to say there wasn't any to NXT, but not as oomph as we expect. But the show opens with a contract signing. You had Ethan Page and Trick Williams. They talk about the match in a few weeks in Chicago, which ends with Ethan Page doing a Razor's Edge to Trick Williams on the announce table, which that becomes something late in the night. Then you had Tony D'Angelo and mad at Hammerstone for not taking out Oba, so they have a match later, which the match ends in a count out because Tony is unsure of himself. He's scared. He admits he's scared of Oba. And then it gets resolved later in the night by Rizzo, which I don't know, like to me a storyline that's that deep, I would assume it'll last a little longer than a night. So I don't know, that's just me. But
it's a story. So basically, what they did was that instead of spreading the segments that they were probably gonna tell the story out for like a week or two, they just put it on because the family got like 3 segments that plus whatever happened out there the entire night. So I'm okay with it.
I just I'm not trying.
I mean, Cody and Roman teamed up at the end of the night, and that was one night.
Yeah, and that was kind of dumb too. That was kind of dumb too. So
yeah, I'm just saying that's what WWE does sometimes.
So I don't know, but and then again, it was good seeing it. Go ahead.
I guess they didn't want to stretch out his emotions from week to week. I guess they just wanted to get it all out there, all in one swoop. I thought it was very heartwarming and everything like that. The way they paced it, and like
right.
Like even when he lost the match, you could see like his confidence dwindling. So it's not like it was a thing that was all of a sudden, but it's been going on for weeks now with him. Like his confidence, he's not the same oomph, macho Tony D. So I thought what they did last night, I thought it was really good, but maybe they could have stretched it out, maybe. But then again, Obafemi is coming up on being the longest reigning champion. Maybe they don't want to wait too much longer because of the fact that I think Tony D, especially after what they did last night, I think Tony D has to be the guy.
Yeah.
To beat Obafemi now, he has to.
Yeah, I think so.
You already you tore down his character. Now you got to build it back up. Now, if he loses again, then that's it. That's it for Tony D. Unless they do a fucking character change, which I know a lot of people would like. Me myself personally, I don't mind Tony D. I think he plays the character well and everything like that.
I love what
Tony.
I love it.
Yeah, I love the Tony D character.
I mean, like it's not great or whatever, but it's so over the top. But like also as well, like how should I say, he has used that character to really push certain storylines as well. Mm-hmm. So like killing off
2 dimes.
Yeah, killing off 2 dimes, right? You know what I mean? Killing off
Damon
fucking,
Kemp.
Fuck, man. A no core catch crew, bitch.
Damon Kemp.
Yeah, Damon Kemp. I'm sorry. Yeah, Damon
Kemp. And Gulak. He got Gulak too.
Yeah, Gulak killed off him. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? I think the character's fine.
I just like the idea of like WWE killing off people. It's like they'll just have Tony kill him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Yeah, the rest of the show was announced that Randy Orton will be wrestling at the St. Louis show on October 8th, which they had to move that show to a different arena because the original venue wasn't selling well, so they moved it to a 3,000 seat arena venue, which good idea. Which Randy Orton will be wrestling that night. It was
God, man, the death of NXT is in effect.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dying. NXT is dying.
Randy Orton will be wrestling on the show.
That's what we'll be saying about AEW if they would have went to.
Well, the difference between them is AEW thinks they can fill out these arenas. WWE saw that and went, let's move to a smaller venue.
Which is
So-
what
I
they
still
should
think
do
the
with NXT
conversation. I
anyway.
still think the conversation will be the death of AEW. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's one of many reasons why the death of AEW. Anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
But
no, I just no,
You see what I'm saying?
exactly.
That's
But
what they should.
anyways, Randy, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's what it should have started to begin with because
Yeah.
while NXT is fun and all of us like it, NXT is not going to make the consistent business that
No.
a Raw or SmackDown does. So start off with the intimate arenas, and then if those start to pack out, then you can expand to bigger buildings.
Then
Nah,
this is a daily show too, a weekly show, not a pay-per-view either. So
right,
I,
right.
I think them going down to this arena more fits and suits them. Chicago is fucking Chicago, right? That's like the hottest wrestling market, you know, in the United States. And plus you got Punk there too, so that also helps.
You're right. And I mean, the analogy I always make is that in San Antonio, the Frostbank, arena is where the Spurs play, and that's where they're going to have, Raw or SmackDown whenever they come here. The smallest, I mean, not the, I won't say the smallest venue, but like, I guess the substitute to that of like an arena that's not that big is, Freeman Coliseum, which is
Boeing
right.
Center. It's Boeing. It's now the Boeing.
Okay, then I'm wrong. Yeah, that's where Slamversary was, right? Or Victory Road.
Victory Road, yeah.
So
It was a hell of a show too. Actually, I actually went down to the arena on Friday too after SmackDown. I didn't get to go in or anything like that, but I was just catching the vibes out there. It was pretty cool, pretty cool. There was a lot of
we
people that were very happy.
we were gonna go, but so like long story short, the website that I went on to
Tickets
try
were
to get
sold out.
well, no. We were gonna get general admission tickets. But then they decided to add like extra fees and like it was gonna be 3 people. I thought it was gonna be like $60
Yeah.
plus tax. It ended up being like $92.
Oh
I'm just
shit!
like, no, I'm not spending $92 on this shit. So, but yeah, the Boeing Center, like Justin mentioned, that's the new smaller arena in San Antonio, so NXT can do their shows there. And like RJ mentioned, it gives off a more intimate, look to the shows.
Yeah.
So
Did you see any of the pictures from Victory Road?
I saw one, and like the crowd looked again, it looked like it was a sold out crowd. So good for them.
This TNA, it was their biggest attendance in the United States and their biggest gate in the United States this year. Last Friday and Saturday.
Hell yeah. See, thank you, San Antonio. Might want to take some lessons, Corpus Christi. But going back to NXT. So Randy Orton will be on the St. Louis show on October 8th. And he he pretty much said, hey, Javon Evans, let's go. So Javon Evans will be wrestling Randy Orton in St. Louis. That'll be a fun fucking match.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I mean, I like Javon, and fuck, someone put out like a fact that when Randy Orton won the when he won his first world championship in 2004, Javon Evans wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
That is nuts to think about.
Yep.
But again,
That shows you how good Javon Evans is.
Yeah, Javon Evans is really good, and the fact that he gets to wrestle Randy Orton on a national television show is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts to watch.
That means that W's putting a lot of trust in him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but RJ, how do you feel about Javon Evans? I don't think we've talked about him before.
Your boy is bouncy. I like Javon Evans. Had my eye on him since he was in DPW. So I knew that this kid had a lot of bounce and potential. If he stays injury free and stays out of trouble, I think he can do something. He can definitely be something for them down the line. I get a little concerned though because of how young he is, and we've seen it in past when you give somebody too much too soon, sometimes they don't know how to handle it. I.e., Saraya, Leo Rush, and a couple of others, But nah, he seems to have the right attitude, and a lot of people like him and everything like that. He's easy to deal with, from what I understand. So that's good, especially for somebody his age, and of course, color. So I just think that Javon Evans is on the. I'm not gonna say the fast track, but he's on a nice track to being a superstar. As long as he keeps his eyes open and his ears open as well, there's no reason why he can't be an asset to them on the main roster and stuff like that eventually when the time comes. But I like him a lot. I think he's a great wrestler. I think he's very innovative. Does a lot of the high flying stuff, but he puts his own spin and take on it. Which is if everybody in the mom's gonna do flips and shit like that. Like the thing that I want the most is okay. How can you make it a little bit more different than what Ricochet or Osprey or everybody else does? And Javon Evans has his own twist and take on certain things. So yeah, it definitely helps him stand out as far as that goes too. So yeah, no, I cannot say anything bad about the dude whatsoever. I'm a fan.
A lot of people are asking, like, when Ricochet left WWE, oh, how come, WWE doesn't want to, like, try to keep Ricochet? Well, you already got Javon Evans. You got younger, who's going to be way more athletic, and he has way more charisma already than Ricochet. Why would you want to keep Ricochet?
Agreed.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree on that.
Ricochet's
And he's
also
bigger.
35. Like, what else can you get out of him? And again, like Ricochet.
Well, I mean, he's not old either, but I'm just saying in comparison.
No, no,
It's kind of like what I mentioned with Camille. Like, why would you want to have Camille in WWE when you already got like Raquel Rodriguez and Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair? Like, do you need another one of those same
No.
type of women?
No,
And plus,
no.
and plus, Camille can't talk either. Y'all heard
Yeah.
that girl cut a promo for more than 5 minutes?
More than 5 seconds, you know what I mean? So
Oh
I
my
mean,
god!
No,
she
I'm
wouldn't
agreeing
be
with
able,
you.
she
Like,
wouldn't be able to talk with her, if she was given the gift of gab and get, fucking wrestling promo classes from The Rock and Dusty Rose, like she would still can't even fucking cut a promo. She's terrible at cutting promos.
I'm agreeing with you. Like I was gonna call him Malachi. What was his name? Malachi in the Indies?
Tommy End.
Coming in, yeah.
No, not Malachi Black. I'm talking about Javon. What
Oh,
was
Jay
it?
Malachi.
Jay
Jay
Malachi.
Malachi.
Yeah.
There you go. Like again, I'm not gonna sit here and like shit on Ricochet, but like as far as like what he has over Ricochet, it's youth, and he can also talk. Like Ricochet had the moves, but Ricochet couldn't talk. He couldn't talk to save his life. I'm pretty sure he would say the same thing too. But yeah, just I keep wanting to call him Malachi. Jesus Christ! Like no, Javon. Like Javon is on the fast track to becoming something big for this company. What that is, I don't know yet. We don't know yet. But yeah, just
And another thing I like about him too is that, and Drew, you and I could probably appreciate this a whole lot more considering that we're fans. But I like the ad libbing he does, like Spider Man.
you know what? It's funny you say that because like me and
Uh-huh.
Justin had a conversation about this a while ago. That when he talks, he just sounds like he's having a conversation. Like he doesn't.
He's talking like he's him. He's not talking as a wrestling character trying to cut a promo. He's cutting a promo as if he's really just talking legitimately.
Kind of like Van Damme. Like Van Damme always had that personality trait that he kind of got shit for it because people didn't think he was being intense enough. But it's just like, what do you want? What do you want him to do? Like, not everybody needs to do the whole, yelling to the camera a lot because
Like the Outrunners.
who?
Never mind.
No, who was that?
I say like the Outrunners.
No, I feel like I'm missing the joke.
Never mind. Then
Oh man. Anywho, yeah. Javon is he's gonna do some big things, and then CM Punk came out later the night to hype up the Chicago show, and then talked about Julia and Roxanne, and then Roxanne came out and sounded like she was being a face for a bit, and then she told CM Punk, then I realized I'm a Drew McIntyre fan, and I can't wait for him to end your career.
Mhm.
And Julia comes out, and they have a little stare down, and CM Punk kind of gets in between them to stop them from fighting. So we have that. Later in the night, they still needed to get the contract signed for the championship match between Paige and Williams. RJ's favorite basketball player, Tyrese Halliburton, comes out
Oh my god!
to make sure the contract signing goes the way it should. And then he says, wait, I got one more thing. Hit the song, and it's CM Punk. CM Punk says I'm going to be the special guest referee for the match. So there's your what I'm assuming is going to be the main event of the premiere episode on CW.
Yeah, I wonder who's gonna win that one.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. Somebody might make their debut in the company after the match. You never know.
Oh,
But that was NXT. Again, NXT, good show overall. Let me just kind of skim through the rest of the show, and then we'll get to the meat and potatoes of tonight. Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley defeated Wendy Chu and Rosemary. Like I mentioned, Hammerstone defeated D'Angelo by countout. Zachary Wentz came out and showed the footage of Wesley attacking Trey Miguel. What else happened? Fatal Influence came out. JC Jane wrestled Lola Vice. Lola Vice beat her, and then they beat up Lola Vice, and Jada Parker came out to even the odds. Eddie Thorpe defeated Ashante the Adonis. I like Ashante the Adonis. I'm loving his character.
Me too. I love this dude, man. I love him.
Work.
He does fantastic work, and Shawn Michaels is getting him right. You know what I'm saying? He's understanding the character, and he's doing the little stuff that make. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be memorable for years to come, but making him. He's added aspects to his character that he can become memorable from week to week, if you know what I mean. Like giving the girl the roses and this, that, and the other. Him having signature ways of playing people and just talking to people and stuff like that. I like him. I like him a lot. And I said it from the get-go. I'm like, this dude has something. If he can piece it together, he could be a nice mid-card player for them.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thea Hale and Riley Osborne talk about the situation with Ridge Holland. Riley Osborne's going to face Ridge Holland next week. And oh yeah, Ren Sinclair. She was told by Charlie Dempsey, make a name for yourself. And then she goes up to Kalani Jordan and slaps her and says, there, I made a name for myself. So she has the Women's North American Champion in her crosshairs. Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander defeating No Quarter Catch Crew. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. Brooks Jensen defeated Deion Lennox. What else happened on the show? Yeah, that's really about it. That's pretty much the whole show on NXT. Again, good show. Justin, can you do a quick rundown for Dynamite?
No.
Okay. The show was that bad? It was that bad? I didn't see the show yet.
Look, I'll just say this. You started the show with Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
You opened the show with it. The only thing I will I'll say is the Moxley angle that they did with Moxley and Darby Allin and this I'll call him the Blackpool Combat Club for now. Being up on Private Party and Mox breaking Isaiah's hand with a hammer. Getting him good heat there, and Darby coming out kind of promo on Moxley. I like that. Still don't understand why they're going up against each other. But that's a near here nor there at this point. But Dynamite, skip it. You got Grand Slam next week. That's probably gonna be the show to watch. But even at that, it's like you got Moxley versus Darby, which it was originally supposed to be Darby versus Danielson, but now they're gonna do Danielson versus McGuinness. Which is fine.
Yeah.
But the logic getting there is fucking stupid. They're gonna try to build Darby up to take the title off of Danielson at Wrestle Dream, both in Washington. So they're gonna be both in their home states, face off against each other. So that could be a possibility there. But I think
that was one I had a couple weeks ago.
I'm sorry.
I said that was one I definitely had a couple weeks ago. I was like, he's either facing Swerve or he's facing Darby.
Yeah, well, yeah, Swerve's done for now. So
yeah, right. So Darby's the next man up as far as that conversation is concerned.
I think they're gonna put the title on Darby at Wrestle Dream, which I'm not against.
Same either. I like Darby Allin. Some of the he does a lot of shit, but
he's the Jeff Hardy of this generation, but even to the 10th degree power. That's the way. That's the way little fans, when like the fans paint their little fans paint their face, and a lot of my AEW figures that get sold. I sell a lot of Darby Allin figures. I really
Oh,
do.
I got two myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
It's fucking great work. But before we get into the bus flip, I'm just gonna do a super rapid fire quick news segment because I'm not gonna talk about this next week. So, WWE is bringing back Saturday night's main event. It's gonna be on Saturday, December the 14th, on NBC. Looks like they're gonna be bringing that back. So I don't know if they're gonna be doing it 2 times a year or once every quarter. But yeah, Saturday night's main event is coming back. AEW news. AEW. They're very close to signing a deal with Max and WBD. Apparently, it looks like they may be having a deal for I think it's like over 150 million a year for a 4-year deal for $500,000. I'm sorry, half a billion as far as their contract. So it looks like it's gonna be a 3-year deal, 4th-year option. It looks like Max will be a part of that. That's all coming from recent sources, including Dave Meltzer, including that sources indicated in the past week that AEW Rampage will not be continued with the new Mia Rights deal. The third show likely will be called AEW Shockwave. Will be be shopped around Fox. So it looks like AEW Shockwave is going to be a thing. So just real quick on those 3 things. Any quick comments on Saturday night's main event or the AEW contracts as far as going on with their TV rights?
For the main event, I think that's pretty cool. That's coming back. Granted, it's probably like every other month, but not like every month. So cool. The AEW news, I just kind of want the news to happen already. Like, just kind of get it out of the way.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it would be.
I think this it's as close as it's ever before because now they got things as far as like AEW Shockwave, as far as being filed for trademark and all of that there. So
Right, and like, I think it would be pretty cool if it did go to Max, just so like, I mean, I don't know the specifics of the deal. Like, is it just going to be replays on Max, or is it going to play live on Max, or whatever? But
it's mainly gonna be for the pay-per-views, I believe.
Okay, then like, I guess that's okay. But
I
yeah,
believe.
again,
I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm assuming.
but I think either or, like pay-per-views and also the TV shows, I think would be a better deal in my opinion. But uh, yeah, that's just how I feel.
Yeah. RJ, quick comments on either one of those.
Uh I think that could be, and the rumored channel for Shockwave is FS1. Am I correct in saying that, or
That is the rumored channel, yes, not Fox Home, but FS1.
okay? I mean that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not in a lot of homes like
Right.
that, but that's not a good spot. It's not a bad spot. Excuse me. But as far as the show is concerned, and the rumor around the campfire is that they're looking to replace Rampage with that.
Yes.
So that's not bad. That's not bad. And I think a change of scenery can help do a little something, something. Maybe push Tony Khan to maybe handle the Shockwave show with a little bit more TLC. But I guess we'll see. We'll see when that time comes. But as far as just right out of the gate, I think it's a pretty good move to use one of Fox's bastard channels to to put one of the shows on.
I'll
Not
be
bad.
honest, I don't give a fuck because we
Mm.
saw what happened with Rampage.
Right.
Started off great, went to the shitter. Saw what happened with Collision. Started off great, went to the shitter. I
Yeah.
believe the same thing is gonna happen with this show. It doesn't matter what it's on.
Hmm.
What matters to me is the booking and the consistency. And you did not put on a good dynamite tonight, Mr. Tony Khan. So at the end of the day, with this here, I am not very confident in this here. So you can get all the money that you want, and good for AEW because you're
Yeah.
getting the money. I won't be upset if you got money thrown at you. That's number one. Number
Hmm.
two, you got a book. You got a book, and you're not doing that consistently the right way. So I can give two fucks about it. So
Yeah, no,
moving
that's
on.
why that's why I threw in that TLC comment. He's got to treat that shit with some tender love and caring, because if not, then like you said, bro, it's gonna go to the shitter just like the other shows. And I think another thing that hurts them as well is that they try to cram it all in one night by trying to tape it. Because don't they tape Dynamite? Okay, they have Dynamite, but don't they tape Rampage and Collision afterwards?
Collision's live.
Collision's live, but they
Collision's live.
taped Rampage and Ring of Honor after that, right?
Yes.
See,
No. So I think this is what they do. They do Rampage with Dynamite, and they do ROH with Collision.
Okay. All right. But see, even that, like, it's like just focus on doing one show at a time, bro.
I
Like,
agree.
I think that hurts them too, is that maybe, because he's bunching them all up in, a couple of nights, that maybe he doesn't have time to have fresh ideas. And I'm not trying to give him excuses, but it's just like, dude, like, you might want to stop doing that though.
Right. All right, moving on. Josh Alexander reveals he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. We also have Adam Cole. He was backstage at AEW All Out, but he wasn't ready to. Obviously, he's not ready to come back. Dan Garcia has not re-signed with AEW as of yet, and also on top of that as well, WWE is trying to sign Danny Garcia, and there was one particular quote saying that from Ibu, who I don't like whatsoever.
Me
but
neither.
from Ibu, yeah, he's one of those guys, just the biggest AEW cockwriter. But he said that that WWE is horny. I quote, horny to sign Daniel Garcia. Anything on these contracts that are coming up here, or situations with Josh Alexander and the Dan Garcia and the Adam Cole situation, and when he's coming back?
Justin, did you hear the quote that supposedly Triple H said that Daniel Garcia has the chance to become a better technical wrestler than Bryan Danielson and Roderick Strong put together? Apparently, Triple H said that.
He didn't say that. He said he didn't say that, but he was basically saying that he has the potential of being a great technical wrestler like a Bryan Danielson and a Roderick Strong. That I agree with. However, I see Garcia more closer to Roderick Strong than to Danielson. You know what I mean? Roderick Strong, great wrestler. Daniel Garcia,
fantastic.
damn good wrestler as well, but no fucking charisma to save his life.
None, except for that dance. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
doing that, which I'm cool with, but yeah.
I mean, the only charisma that Roderick Strong had was saying, like, that was his only charisma. Josh Alexander, I kind of hot and cold on him. I think he's like a mixture of Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. As far as intensity goes, but kind of like Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, doesn't really have any personality. I thought it was funny when Joe Hendry said
I disagree with that.
I thought it was funny when Joe Hendry called him Wish.com Kurt Angle.
I vehemently disagree with that. He has he doesn't have like an over top personality, but during his run with the TNA Championship, he's shown character layers, that he didn't have before we was with Ethan Page. So he can go into that depth. Is it great? Is it monumental? No, but I don't think he's like that boring. He's not. He's better than fucking Daniel Garcia. He's better than Roderick Strong. So,
I mean, is WWE horny to sign him? Is that the question? Is that the real question? So we'll see. Again, he'd be an interesting pickup. Go ahead.
Who said he was going to WWE?
So I don't know. As far as Adam Cole goes, like RJ, I know it's your boy and everything, but this dude can't stay healthy ever since he got to AEW.
Who you telling?
Oh, just
I agree. We gotta, Drew. You know me. I'm not one of those wacky, crazy fans. Like, a spade's got to be a spade. You got to call it like you see it. Adam Cole has been injury prone since leaving WWE. Yep. He's been injury prone, and it's not like he's been doing crazy, chaotic shit. It's been freak accidents, and I think it's freak accidents because either he has an undisclosed medical condition that we don't know about, or B, he's not working out. He's not taking care of his body.
Or eating a sandwich.
Something.
Come on, man.
Or he's not giving Britt Baker a cockmeat sandwich according to other people because they Splitsville according to other people allegedly. But
That has been trending on social media, but
yeah, but I mean Cole, his run in AEW has been a disaster. It's been a disaster. So I mean, it's I don't know, but he's got to. Adam Cole's got to look at himself in the mirror. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the dude. How do you go from Ring of Honor to NXT and you drop a lot of muscle mass? I hope there's not like I said, an underlying undisclosed medical issue that we all don't know about.
Right.
Well, you can never know, but it's just like the Cole, like doesn't look like you're taking care of your body, man. And I don't know. It just to me when he walked out the door in WWE in 2021, that was pretty much the end of Adam Cole as we know it for right now, because it's just the dude is not, he's out of the game more than he's in it. That hurts to say because I love the dude, but it's like once again, gotta call that spade, man, and it has not been great.
No.
But as far as Perk Alexander goes, I don't care for the dude like that. To me, he doesn't move me like that. He's a great wrestler, but once again, I mean, I can see great wrestlers in AEW and WWE. It's like, what can you do for me that nobody else is doing right now? I find Chad Gable more entertaining than you. It's just like I don't know, man. You do a package pile driver, a butterfly pile driver. Whoa, yay! Like you wear headgear. Like, come on, man. It's I don't know, but like the only way I would tolerate him in the E is if him and Ethan Page hooked up again, because at least Ethan Page can at least carry the charisma work and the character work, and he can do the wrestling and shit. I can stomach them as a team, but like him on his own, it's just I don't care. In AEW, I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
I think him and Ethan Page will form the North again and NXT. I think it'll be the North versus Trick Williams and Joe Hendry at some point. We'll see.
And I would like that. See, I got no problems with that. Because they are a good team. Monster Mafia, the North, whatever you want to call them, they are a good team, a really good team, and they complement each other very well. Because, like I said, Ethan Page is very animated, whereas Josh Alexander straight faced. I'm a wrestler, and Ethan Page is the guy he's the heat seeker, and they play off each other very well. They're like the yin and yang, like the epitome of yin and yang, So. Yep. I would like that. If they're doing that, that's fine. But him on his doll, bring Josh Alexander, he's getting this monster push, beating everybody, and it's like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that because to me, he's not that. To me, he's not that guy. I don't see him as a main event talent. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry for anybody that's gonna get mad at me, but to me, he doesn't scream main eventer. But do you really need him to be? Like, he could be a solid mid card, but still, at that, you got to be compelling, man. And I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
All right, moving on here. I got a couple left here. This is it. And we'll move on to whatever we're gonna be doing. Well,
main feature, the main presentation.
Anyway, WWE has signed Alejandro Estrada to a Legends deal. That's coming from PW Insider. Also coming from PW Insider, WWE has officially signed the Morrissey Machine Guns, and several WWE sources has confirmed that, and they will be starting in NXT. May see them on the St. Louis show for NXT, the second show on CW possibly. Coming from Fightful Select and Sean Ross Sapp. AJ Styles is healthy and just isn't being used on WWE TV. He wasn't on the WWE Overseas tour, but wasn't featured on television. Two more here from Pat McAfee. Sheamus has officially re-signed with WWE. And last but not least, this may be the main point of the conversation here. Ricky Starks is still under AEW contract, but has not been backstage as of late. No shit. Anyone with a fucking brain can say that. but that is coming from Fightful Select in their Q&A. Um, Armando Estrada, Morrissey Machine Guns, AJ Styles, Sheamus, and Ricky Starks. Whoever wants to go first.
Go at RJ.
I think it's good that Armando's back. I would like to see them use him as a managerial role. I think he can offer something now, like in current time, instead of just being a nostalgia act, but or somebody for the nostalgia deal. But I'm happy for him. As far as Starks goes, don't surprise me none. Don't surprise me none. They're not using him. I hope they don't try to extend him either, because you got him sitting at home or whatever.
So that's why I wanted to bring up with Ricky Starks. Do you think that he is still going to debut on October the 1st?
The way they're talking, probably not. But I do expect him to. I do expect to see Ricky Starks by the time the year's over with, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's around that time that he signed his contract like 4 years ago.
Right.
So his deal has to be up by the end of this year. You
That's
like
for
to
sure.
think, right? So yeah, I expect it to be up sometime by the end of the year. So I do expect to see him on WWE television by the end of this year for sure. Will I be surprised if he showed up next week or in 2 weeks? No, not necessarily. But
A lot of people will be though.
right,
Unfortunately.
right. And he's keeping it close to the chest, which is something that I like. I like that, even though somebody's gonna leak it to Fightful when the contract is up, though, being petty and shit like that. So that's for sure. Um, but yeah, I can't wait to see Ricky what he does next, though. I like Starks. He's a really good talent, carries himself like a superstar, and I like him. I like Starks. And who else was
There was
AJ Styles?
more AJ Styles. He's healthy, not being on TV, and the Mercy Machine Guns officially signed to WWE.
AJ Styles' oldest son is it transitioning into college, right? Am I correct in saying that?
I don't know.
Probably.
I think it's something along those lines, because I think AJ Styles mentioned something about a graduation party months ago when he turned on Cody. So if that's the case, maybe AJ is helping his boy get ready for college. If it hasn't started already, some college, some years in certain areas start a little bit later than usual. So maybe AJ's helping his boy out with college, maybe adjusting and stuff like that. Maybe AJ's spending time with his family. I hate that. Oh, when somebody's not on TV, they're not being used. It's deliberate. It's deliberate all the time. No, it could be that maybe he just wanted to have some time off to spend with his family and shit like that. Maybe he wants to help his boy out. So I don't know. I'm not batting an eye at it. It's not like they're keeping him in witness protection. After all, you said he worked tours and stuff like that. He was on Pro Wrestling Noah months ago.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're wiping him off the face of the earth. They don't need AJ Styles right now. They don't use him. Well, okay. People whining about AJ Styles not being on TV, but would be livid if, I don't know, God forbid, he just showed up and did nothing on television anyways.
I think
What's the
AJ
logic in that?
Styles. I think AJ Styles is needed on TV. Him and Nakamura. The SmackDown brand is fucking. It's lifeless right now.
I mean,
With the
yeah,
exception of
but
Bloodline, it's lifeless. Having those guys on TV would help the show a little bit more than what it is right now.
I agree with you, but if you're gonna have them, you gotta have them do something that means something to the show. Otherwise, you're just
That's
popping out
true.
Nakamura and AJ just to pop them out.
But that's true. But at this point, you're clearly seeing WWE moving out older talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They moved out Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I mean, they're moving out older talent. We know that AJ and Nakamura can still go, but and I mentioned this about NXT over the last 2 years, and starting to see with WWE, WWE is going through a youth movement. Unless you're the top drawing guys like a Cody or a Roman, guys like that, they're going through a youth movement right now.
Yeah.
So
Which surprises me, and this was like the next subject that you brought up, the Motor City Machine Guns, which is why that surprises me. Them signing Shape, Saban and Shelly at the ages of 40 and 42. Like,
Well, that's a little different because the tag team division sucks too. So
Right. They need it. They need actual tag teams.
So
because
No,
it's like a union. I don't think the Motor City Machine Guns are gonna come in and they're gonna be down there in NXT. I don't think they're gonna like, take the world by storm as far as like they're gonna probably win tag team titles down in NXT. They're probably gonna come up to their main roster and have good tag team matches, but I don't really suspect them. They may win tag team titles, but like I don't really suspect them like to help carry the division for a long period of time. I see them having maybe like a 3-year deal, maybe 6 months in NXT, the next 2.5 years, and on the main roster, and possibly just be ambassadors for the company and be on
which is
Legends
not
deals.
bad. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But
Yeah.
but my thing is like, okay, you're phasing out these older guys, but you're signing these guys in their 40s.
But you gotta think about it
But
too.
but
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 how much money is Bobby Lashley? How much money is Nakamura? How much money is AJ Styles? Bobby Lashley's contract may be the Motor City Machine Guns together.
that's valid. But one thing I will say about the Motor City Machine Guns, though, I'm not mad that they're going to NXT because I know I've seen a lot of that bitching. But it's like, nah, they're going to NXT. They're going to be player coaches and everything like that. And those guys, they teach. Alex Shelley has been hands on with talent. Pause. So he's helped bring up a lot of talent in his time. So to me, Alex Shelley being down there in the performance center for however long they're going to be down there, that's good. That's a good educational opportunity for a lot of those greener, guys and girls down there. And I think that by having the machine guns down there in the performance center, that could be good for them. And they could teach a lot of those tag teams how to, have more um, precise and more together, more cohesion when it comes to like, tag reps and stuff like that. So I think that's a good thing for them to go down there and be player coaches down there for a while. So I'm not bitching about that. I just find it odd though that, that we're gonna have them and we're phasing out a lot of the 40-year-olds, but we're bringing in two guys in their 40s. So
Yeah.
no, but I like the machine guns though. I like Shelly in particular. I think he's very charismatic, and I think he's a guy that should have been in WWE a long time ago, if you ask me personally. And I'm glad that they're getting a shot now and make that money before he goes to be a full blown dentist and whatever Saban's gonna do for the rest of his life. So I think this is the last stop for those guys, and I can't wait to see what they do.
Yep.
All right. Is that all the news?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
So Justin suggested this. We do a bus slip tonight.
Oh yeah.
We haven't done a good old bus slip in a while.
Who's
We
getting
haven't done
bound?
one. Have we done one this year?
I don't think we've done a bus flip this year. No. So this is our first bus flip of the year. So we're about what 3.5 months out into the end of the year. So this is our first and only bus flip of the year, WWE edition. Unless you want to do AEW, but that'll take that's like 2 shows right there.
No. Just do the WWE roster. That's all.
All right, so WWE bus flip edition. I have it right here. I have the roster right here. So we're gonna start with the Raw roster.
Mm-hmm.
Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
Oh, we need tag teams, so we'll keep them.
Dump their asses.
Agreed. They have done nothing since coming back. I still don't get why. I get why Cross needs a group, but it would have made more sense to put guys in his group that don't, I guess, outsize him. Because Cross is already a big guy and he can actually talk, so can Scarlett. But
yes,
I know. I think RJ on his show with Monty suggested bringing in Briggs and Jensen.
Yeah,
they're the same size as
No, they're not.
Cross.
No.
Brooks Jensen. I'm sorry, Josh Briggs is a big dude. He's bigger than Cross.
Is he really?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. He is. But you have one big guy and you have one small guy. So, like, I mean, They're not two hulking giants over his shoulder.
Like
Authors of Pain.
how tall you think Cross ain't 7 foot?
No,
Cross is
Cross
like
is like
6'2".
6'2". Yeah,
Yeah, but it's just like AOP has done nothing. Paul Ellering's done nothing. All Paul Ellering has done is just stand there and look menacingly while he has a shirt tucked into his pants. It's just he's done nothing. So I don't know, but just
How do you know he's done nothing? He's done nothing on TV.
he's done. I mean, maybe he's done something backstage. I don't know, but he's done
okay.
nothing on television.
Okay.
He adds nothing to the group, and it's just like put two guys with Cross that don't overshadow him as far as like size wise. But yeah, just again because like Scarlett, she can talk. I don't get why they decide to phase her out and not let her speak or do anything.
Scarlett doesn't do. She's not allowed to do any fucking thing, which is crazy to me because this girl is talented. She can wrestle, which they're not letting her do that. She can cut promos. She ain't doing that, and it's just like, why? Why are we wasting this woman? Why are we wasting this woman? So yeah, no, the authors and nobody cares first, and that's the most important part. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the authors of pain. You can scratch your ass. I'm sorry, black and gold, the glazing and this, that, and the other. But let's not sit here and pretend like the authors of pain were even over in black and gold days because they were not. Sorry, they were not.
I disagree with that.
Come on, man. Nobody was checking for the authors of pain. Nobody was checking for the authors of pain, man.
I disagree with that, man.
I mean, they got no for tossing around Gargano and Champ. I could do that in my sleep. Come on, man. Like they got pops here and there for doing freakish things, but oh my, the authors of pain are here. Oh, I never saw any of that. Come on, man. Never saw any of that. Oh, hey, man, who you here to see tonight? You here to see authors of pain? How about those authors of pain, huh? I ain't never seen that before. It was usually Gargano, Ciampa, the Undisputed Era. I can get all of that, but nobody was checking for the authors of pain like that. And I like those guys. I think at first they were obviously really, really green and everything like that, but I thought they grew into something nice. So I liked them. I wanted them to have some sort of recognition, but it's just like every time that hit, nothing. And it's just like these guys, man. But I just nobody cares. Even when they came back, it was like, these guys back. All right, nice. The guy's got a neck tattoo now. He looks like a thug. But it's just like, yeah, no, nobody's checking for the authors of pain, man. And like I said, it hurts to say sometimes, when you like a talent, and I like those guys, but it's just like it's not working out, man. This whole the Final Testament's not working out, and those two, they're not working out. They're non-factors. Nobody cares.
Right.
So I mean, to me, it's a waste of money. Dump them.
Agreed. Akira Tozawa.
Keep him.
Yeah, you need bodies, so keep them.
Plus, Tozawa, gets reaction. He does silly stuff, and he can wrestle. He can wrestle his little ass off. So yeah, you keep Tozawa. You keep a guy like that, especially when you do the house shows and stuff like that. As spread out as they're gonna be. But yeah, no, definitely keep a guy like Tozawa around.
Braun Strowman.
Keep him.
Keep him.
Yeah, you keep Braun.
Braun Breaker.
Keep
Obviously.
him.
Obviously, you keep Neff. You do not get rid of Neff.
No. Bronson Reed. Keep him.
The Braun trifectas. Keep all three.
Firm. Braun, and Bronson.
It sounds like a law firm.
It does. It does. It's great. It's great.
His real name is Jermaine Haley.
Yeah.
I mean, is that germane to the conversation?
Yes, it is. Bo Dallas, obviously keep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agree.
The Creeds, keep them.
Absolutely.
RJ?
Yeah, you keep the Creed brothers. I think they're heading on the right track with Gable and this heel turn and the American Made. So they're on the right track. They're very athletic. They got to slow it down in the ring as far as because I think they get a little over anxious sometimes. They do hurt guys, but yeah, if they can tighten it up, as far as that's concerned, the creeds, there's no reason why these guys can't be players. So you definitely keep those guys, man.
I forgot to mention. So with Bo Dallas, I guess that's the White Six as a whole. So
Keep them
the
all.
White,
Yeah, keep them all.
keep them all.
Yeah.
And they teased on Monday about adding a new member. So
You just gotta take some insurance out for Eric Rowan's knees.
really.
Yeah.
Carlito, or I guess Judgment Day. So Carlito, JD, Finn, Liv, and Dom.
Keeping them all, baby.
Keep them. Even just Dome McDonough.
Yeah. Morgan's
And
evil stepbrother.
CM Punk. Obviously, get rid of his ass. No, but keep him.
Get rid of that toxic asshole.
Are we talking about CM Punk 2023 or today?
Today.
All right, I'll keep him.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep Punk around.
The LWO, Cruz del Toro, Ray, Zelina, and the other guy. Forget his name.
Dragon Lee.
That's Zima Ion, DJZ.
Yeah. The Filipino member of LWO.
The original Ring of Honor logo creator too.
Yeah, get rid of those two. Keep Ray, obviously. Keep Zelina, but the other two do nothing.
I'll keep them all.
Dragon Lee, stay.
Yeah, I keep them all. I think that Cruz and Joaquin are good workers and everything like that. You need guys once again when you do have the house shows to have the fun little matches on the road and stuff like that. I think you need to keep those because at least they'll do something that pops the crowd. Joaquin does the little slingshot spot that's starting to get over. So yeah, like I mean, you need guys that can have the fun matches for the crowd. So you definitely keep those guys.
Damian Priest, keep.
Yep. Yeah, well, yeah, we did. Oh, yeah. Keep.
Drew McIntyre, keep.
Yep. Yeah, of course.
Actually, I think for just the kind of for time, we should just skip like the main eventers and just focus more on the mid carders.
Yep. You're running the ship, so.
Yeah, so it's just like Drew McIntyre, get rid of his ass. He sucks. No.
What?
Let's see. Ilya, obviously keep.
Yep.
They still love the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Ivar.
Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep those guys.
Keep those guys. Just just try to take it easy with him because he's a big guy and he gets hurt a lot too. So
yeah,
gotta take it easy with him. But yeah, I like Ivar. I think he's shown while Eric is out. He's shown that he can be a player if you allow him to be. So
yeah. Karrion Kross.
You keep Cross, but you gotta tweak some things, man. You gotta tweak some things. I would do like Kev said, maybe try him and Scarlett as baby faces, have them destroy Authors of Pain and bounce their asses out of the company. That's what I'd do if I had the pen power. That'd be what I'd do. But
I mean, Cross lately has been showing more personality, so that's a good thing. Like, because like for a while he kept doing the I'm angry, and I'm evil. Yeah. Now he's showing that he has more personality and he's funny without being, I guess, without trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there are times where like he'll shit talk the crowd, and it just sounds like it's just him being himself. So
wow, Ricochet and Tarus fucked that up, man. Ricochet went for an axe kick and he missed his head by a mile.
Not to mention, I mean, I know, I didn't really mention AEW, but one of the reasons why this show wasn't good because Tony Khan busted his load and he's like, "Oh, let's do fucking Ospreay and Ricochet in a couple weeks." Stupid, man, stupid decision.
Yeah, no.
You say that match for a big. You say that match for a big pay-per-view. You don't do that shit on Dynamite. You're doing that shit against the. You're doing that shit on the week of NXT going to CW, and you're not even going up against them. Mm-hmm. Stupid.
We should, next week, since we're doing a bus flip for WWE, next week we should do an AEW bus flip. We'll see. All right, so we did cross the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
Keep those guys.
Ludwig Kaiser, keep him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you keep that guy.
The Miz is gonna have a job for life, so skip that. Otis.
Well, You keep a guy. Another guy that's fun for the house
I
shows.
like Otis. Keep him.
I like Otis too. I know I was ragging on him earlier, but I was kidding. But nah, he's a good talent, fun talent. Like I said, you need that for live shows and stuff like that. So yeah, and Otis gets a fucking reaction. Nobody can deny that. Like he gets
Right.
a fucking reaction like you wouldn't believe. So now you got to keep a guy like that around. I wish they would do more with Otis, in a singles capacity, but I'll take the dubs whenever I can. So
All right, Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
yeah, the hardest working man in the WWE. I mean, my God, goes from Raw to NXT seamlessly, and then shows back up Friday for WWE Speed to help produce that. Pete Dunne, he's earning his money, man, in the biggest way possible right now. Now you keep a guy like that around.
Yeah, true. Keep. Let's see. R-Truth. Hell of a job for life.
Yeah, I know, right? He ain't going nowhere.
Get rid of him, but make him a backstage guy.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring him on TV every now and then.
Shit, he's gonna rap at Vince's funeral.
Literally. So,
Welcome everybody to WrestleMania.
Oh.
Truth. This is actually a funeral. My bad, dog.
My bad. Oh my God. Oh man, why like Shane in that casket?
Shane's like, Truth, I'm right here. What you doing over there, Paul?
My name is. I'm not Shane. Truth, I think it might be a good idea if you sit down. Oh my God.
My bad, dog. Yeah, Truth, agreed. Take him off television. Have him do funny backstage skits, but not actually wrestle or whatever. But be an ambassador, be a trainer, be an agent, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Sheamus already signed back, so Tyler Bate.
Oh, keep.
Yeah, I keep Tyler Bate.
Yeah,
He's got some you can use him.
yeah.
He's another guy like Pete Dunne, like they're just savants when it comes to wrestling. Like you definitely need those guys for like, even if it's not like they're not gonna get like big pushes or anything like that, but to having them produce WWE Speed, which I think Tyler Bate has a hand in that as well.
Yeah.
And just having them wrestle like some of the younger guys too, like that. Those guys are valuable, whether we don't think that they are going to be valuable main eventers. But just because you're not, an asset as far as that is concerned, there's always something for you to be an asset too. And I think that,
And that's one basing his bus flip on.
yeah. But nah, Tyler Bate, that you definitely keep him around though.
Is he still dating Sol Ruka?
Yes, he is.
All right,
I
keep
don't
him.
know. I don't keep up with people's relationships.
All right, keep him. So just based on that alone. Women's division of Raw.
Women.
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I think Isla Dawn has more personality.
Yeah.
Alba Fire, I'm not that interested in her.
Aladon is not as good a wrestler as Apple Fire though, too. So
Yeah.
So
Kind of like Paige and Alexander to a lesser degree, because at least Paige can wrestle. But yeah, like Isla Dawn has the charisma and Fire has the fucking in ring skills. So like they're like the yin and yang to each other as well. Yeah, I keep them. You need women's teams for this fucking women's division. But yeah, I definitely agree.
You need something.
Yeah, you need something. You need to start some fucking wear. And Nyla Dawn can wear the fuck out of that outfit with the ass cheeks hanging out all day long. But we gotta.
I think that's the reason why Drew wants to keep her.
Keep her.
Yeah. Those them pasty white cakes, man. My God.
Shit, I'm like Kevin Castle says, I'm hetero to the day I die. She is hot.
I am right there with you. I'm right there with you guys.
Shit. Let's see. Dakota Kai.
Does she have one more injury left in her goddamn contract? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know,
whatever.
bro. Well, you can't. To me, there comes a certain point where you have to look at yourself and go, what can I how can I be a player when I'm out of the game more than I'm in it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the company has to ask themselves at a point too, why are we paying this girl to be around when she's injured all the time?
Could
It's
she
not
be
her
could she be an asset in another way other than in ring?
coach. I mean, she could definitely be a coach because Sarah Del Rey can't do this shit forever. And Sarah Del Rey, while she is bringing women up nicely and everything like that, I think it would probably be nice if maybe you had somebody else like a Dakota Kai to kind of teach women some stuff too. I think Dakota Kai could definitely be a trainer. But
Yep.
as far as in ring goes,
Well,
I
not
think those
even that.
days are
Like just there
dwindled.
as a presence, as a mouthpiece to a group or something like that.
Maybe because she can cut a really good heel promo. I think she's kind of awkward whenever she had to do like babyface stuff. But I think as far as her being confident and being a heel, I think she can offer something in that capacity.
Yeah.
As far as like the in ring days go, I don't know, man. I think they're starting to. And Dakota Kai is not as young as people think she is either. Dakota
No.
Kai's damn near 40.
She
So,
she is 36.
no, she's halfway there. I couldn't believe how old she was, but then again, I had to remind myself she was Evie on in Shine and Shimmer for a while. So I was like, oof. When you take that into consideration, okay, makes sense. But
All
yeah,
right.
I don't know, man. I think her in ring days are done. But I think you can use her as something else though, mouthpiece, trainer, whatever,
Ambassador.
ambassador. Yeah,
Yeah. Ivy Nile, keeper.
yeah. I like Ivy now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, keep
Katana Chance and Carter. They seem like a legit tag team, so keep
keep
them.
both. They are the most legit tag team in WWE as
Hmm.
far as the women is concerned. Like,
Yeah, no, definitely agree.
Kiana James. He just
keep.
got hurt. I don't know. I need to see more of her, but yeah. I get.
I like Kiana James. They gotta do more with her whenever she
She's
is
really
able to
good.
go. She's really good and she plays that bitchy assistant character or whatever businesswoman. She plays that character very well, and I just think that Triple H hasn't tapped into anything with her yet to get her going.
She
Like
hasn't
Shawn
really
Mike,
been on TV either.
yeah, I
Not
know.
much.
Like
So
that's what I'm saying. Like he
Right.
hasn't tapped into anything with her yet. So
We'll see.
I, I think we can do something, but Triple H just got to put his head together and try to figure something out when she's cleared to go again. But yeah, I definitely keep her. I think she definitely has talent. We just gotta display it.
All right. We just talked about her earlier. Maxine Dupree.
Vaccine Dupree.
I'll keep her not in ring though. I will make her more of like a valet or something like that. She could be
Yeah.
a great valet in a heel role. I think she has that. She is an asset to wrestling because she has great facials and she can
Mhm.
emote. So she has a value, probably just not in ring.
And the
Right.
fans wanna like her too, you can tell. Like, when she does certain things, she gets reactions. Yeah, I'd definitely keep her too, just not in the ring. As a manager, definitely. I think she got something to offer in that area, and that's okay, that's fine. But yeah, I'd definitely keep her.
Yeah, I'd keep her around, just not as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Uh, Natalia.
Oh boy.
I mean, I said this once, I'll say it again. Get Rivers in ring time, but obviously make her a coach or make her a trainer. She's perfect for that.
Agreed.
Age.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be mean. Just get her off television. Just again, be a coach, be a trainer, be an agent. She has a lot to offer the women's division
Mhm.
with her mind. So yeah, just get her off television, please.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Agent, coach, trainer, that's definitely up Natty's alley.
Will
Uh,
Natalia ever get the credit she deserves? Or will there be people like in like 5-10 years and be like, oh, you know what, Natalia was actually we miss Natalia. Do
It
you think
it
there'd be anything
it,
like that?
And this is just my opinion. It doesn't have anything to do with talent. It doesn't have anything to do with her being a nice person. It has more to do with the fact that this girl's been in WWE for 16 years, and anytime she comes out, she gets polite golf claps. Even when
Yeah.
she's in her own home country, like she's not even over in her own home country. So it's like it's just weird. Like when you think of somebody who has this reputation of she's the Undertaker of the women's locker room, but she barely gets a reaction in her hometown, even if not at all.
I mean, you're comparing her impact backstage to what she's actually getting out in the ring. I think.
I mean, it's fair. I mean, it's a fair
Not really,
comparison.
because there were plenty of guys, back in the 80s and 90s, like the Brooklyn Brawler, who didn't get any fucking reaction, and he was a prominent backstage guy.
That's the fucking Brooklyn Brawler, dude. Come on.
But this is Natalia, so
I'm again. Natalia is a very good wrestler. She's one of the very best, if not maybe the best technical women's wrestler. I'm
Mhm.
just saying, with all this surrounding Natalia about how she's the goat or whatever, it's
no
like,
one's saying that she was the GOAT. No one's
dude,
saying that. Who's
dude,
saying that?
the fucking people on television, wrestling fans on Twitter.
They said that on television. I've never heard them say that on TV.
When she went to fucking NXT, they kept calling her, what is it, the boat, the
Yeah, the
best
best
of
of
all
all
time, and
time.
it's like, again, Natalia, great wrestler, but it's
They're
just
really just go playing off of Bret Hart's best there is, best there was, best there ever will be.
she doesn't really get a reaction. She gets no reaction.
I
She's
know, I
not.
agree. I agree, but at the same time, it's like, I think people are gonna look back on her career and be like, oh, you know what? She was actually pretty damn good. You know what I mean? I think she'll get more respect later in time versus right now. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Yeah,
I think the appreciation is there. It's just like it's just
No, there's a lot of people that can care less. They don't see her as a good in-ring performer. They don't obviously she's not great, like, character-wise, whatever, right?
really
But
like I mean, but I think that's some of the. I think that's the credit that she does get is that she's an in-ring general. I just think where, especially what I see on my timeline is that I think it ends because she's not infamous for anything like especially for women who she came up with. She came up around Melina, Michelle McCool, Layla, a lot of those women who were memorable for something other than just being great in the ring. Melina had the fucking split. Michelle McCool, Layla, flawless. Eve Torres, had signature stuff. So it's like, what does Natty have besides being Brett's niece that helped
farting,
her stand out all that time? She
farting,
doesn't have anything really iconic.
farting.
Farting, oh my god.
and then I'm not gonna say because I don't want to get in any trouble. Okay,
Say it.
okay,
No.
I'm gonna make a comment that my wife said when she saw her
Mhm.
come out on Monday. Did her boobs get bigger?
To be honest with you, I didn't even notice, but
They don't even what does that gotta do with it?
It has everything to do with it.
What does
God
that gotta
damn it.
do with this conversation?
It has everything to do with
They have,
everything.
but I don't think that's relevant to what this bus book is about.
She has big ass titties every single fucking week. I'm just saying.
Okay. So does a lot of women.
my god, my god.
My point is, TJ's obviously not doing anything with them, so she's got to show them to somebody. Anyways, moving on.
Wow. God damn.
Yeah, that shit's dry as fuck. Shayna Baszler, she just signed a new deal.
Keep.
Oh, kind of surprised to be honest with you.
Well, again, they're probably gonna use her kind of like in the tire role and probably make her a trainer or something. So I'm not
It,
mad at this.
isn't Shayna Baszler like 50 years old? Like,
So she's damn.
Shayna Baszler, said
FC. So Shayna, Zoe, and Sonya.
Good shot.
Zoe, I can probably do without. To be honest, that's probably one of the ones I'll probably
Give
get rid
it all
of.
you got.
Yeah, true.
I like her. I like her in ring. Just her personality sucks.
Hey, RJ, remember the quote? Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. Give it all you got. You got a lot. Shoot your shot. Oh man. You know how I feel. Come on, make it real. Shoot your shot. She says this song pops up in my head. That's why I thought it was funny. And Don Tony and Kevin Castle was playing it too. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one.
But yeah, I'd probably get rid of Zoe. Sonya, I think I like Sonya personally. I think they might. I think she probably she's gonna be one of those people that has a job for life in WWE.
Actually, I'll think about I'll get rid of Sonya too. Her and Zoe.
Oh, give it all you
What about you, RJ?
got. Sonya and Zoe. Zoe can be a good trainer though. Definitely could be a good trainer. Probably one of the more athletic. So I'd keep her for that alone. Sonya, in ring, kind of sloppy, kind of directionless. When Lyra Valkyria has to shout out instructions when you've been in WWE longer than her, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And you notice she hadn't been in the ring since, right, guys?
Yep.
So, she can talk. Sonya can be a manager. She can be an asset, but just I don't think the in ring stuff is cut out for her, man.
No.
She's been in WWE way too long, and Mandy Rose is the one that's not the Mandy Rose. If you know her background, you know that Mandy Rose is a tough girl and everything like that. But you would think that Sonya Deville, the shooter, would get wrestling a whole lot more quicker and be more better at it. But Mandy Rose is better at wrestling than Sonya Deville was. So what the fuck? So when you take all that into consideration, I would pull Sonya Deville from ever wrestling ever again and just use her as a manager. I keep her, but as a manager, because I think she works for this whole thing. If they want to put this the stud line, as I call them, they want to keep this together, then you have her do most of the talking, if not all of the talking, because Shayna Baszler still sounds like Sid from Toy Story to me, and Zoe Stark. Give me a break. Shoot your shot. Yeah.
Now I gotta listen to that episode because I missed Monday show.
Give it all you got.
that was raw. That was raw. Then we're gonna go to SmackDown. AJ Styles.
Yeah, that dude. You lock him down.
We're keeping him. Yep.
Yeah, you lock that man down to a nostalgia legends deal, Hall of Fame, whatever the fuck kind of deal. You lock that guy down when his in-ring career is over.
Yeah, keep him.
He's one of the best of all time. Yep.
Yeah, agreed.
Exactly. Definitely. One of my personal favorites. Top 10.
I've always been an AJ fan.
Yep.
Andrade, give him a mouthpiece.
Yeah, give him back Zelina Vega again, for God's sakes. I think that works out a whole lot more better. Or if not, I heard that my man there from AEW's been poking around trying to get a job at the WWE. What's his name? Jose's assistant. That guy's fucking jacked. So I don't know. Maybe give him that. If that doesn't, if Zelina Vega putting her back with Andrade is not in the cards, maybe give him that. Or do Charlotte. Charlotte, I love you. I love you, Charlotte.
Charlotte, mamacita.
Man, put it on me, baby.
Go with papi.
Come to Papa. Come to Andrade. Come to Andrade Alidolo. Look at me. Look at me.
And give me the pussy.
The pussy. Put it on my face.
All right. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Legado del Fantasma. So Escobar, Angel, Umberto, and Electro.
I keep them. You need teams, and it looks like Triple H wants to do something with these guys.
Yeah.
he's actually doing the black and gold formula here, where they don't show up every week, but to wrestle, but they do the vignettes from when they're not on live. So I like that. So they're letting you know that they're in the mix, that there's ideas for them. But I just want to see more from these guys though, because I like Garza. I think Garza is very, very good. Honest to God, I think that guy is good enough to be solo right now. But like I said, I'll take what I could take because he's on TV and he's teaming up with his cousin. Humberto's good as well. So yeah, I can't you can't go wrong with that. And then Escobar, I love Unk. I love Unk. I think he does really good work, and he does a good job of making himself look like a star. That's what I say about these Mexican guys. I'm noticing a lot. A lot of these guys are wearing suits and they're looking really. They look like something. You're like, man, I don't know what it is about that guy, but he looks like something. He's in a nice, sharp suit with the Louis belt or the Gucci belt or something like that. They dress and present themselves very, very nicely, like pros. Um, and Electra Lopez, I would keep her as a valet because she's not very good in the ring. Sorry, like that was the holdup from Legato before, was that Electra Lopez was a progression like they wanted her to, and in turn that kept Santos and them in NXT a whole lot more longer. Today was like, fuck it, let's just put Zelina Vega with them. And they left her in NXT, but I just keep her as a valet. She looks great, and she could talk, and she's got confidence and swagger to her. Just don't let her hit them ropes.
All right. Apollo Cruz.
Apollo! The greatest thing that Apollo Cruz ever did was when he did that pose down dance with Bobby Lashley. For whatever reason, when you talk about Apollo Cruz and his WWE career, besides his heel run, because I did like the beginning of that when he turned on Big E and was going after the Intercontinental title. I like that. Vince found a way to fuck that all up, man.
When he became the Black Panther, apparently.
The Black Panther. Yeah, no, it was great. I like that. But Apollo Cruz, when he did the whole pose down dance with Bobby Lashley, that was funny as fuck. He's mocking him and dancing around. That shit, it sticks in my head still to the day. But I like Apollo, but I think it's time to let him rock.
Agreed.
I think it's time to let him rock. I don't see a future for him. I really don't. So I would dump Apollo Cruz, not because I don't think he's good enough, but I think it's time for him to go.
Yeah, really like Apollo Cruz, but he's been with WWE for over 10 years.
So. And no real bump in improvement. Besides the Intercontinental title run in that, and he had a US title run too. Yeah.
That's crazy that he's been here for so. He's been there for so long, 9 years. I remember he got there in
2015,
and it's like, 2 title runs, but it's like, what else have you really done? So I think just it's time for him to move on to something else.
Yeah.
A-Town Down Under.
Heap.
Yeah, we keep those guys.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
I would get rid of him personally.
I'll keep him.
Yeah, I keep Corbin too. I think Corbin could be a good coach for them down the line.
Yeah.
I keep Corbin for that. I think his career is about done anyways. Like Corbin's got to be touching 40, right? If not 40 already.
He's 40. He literally just turned 40 last Friday, actually.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think I think his career's winding down. And I think it's I think he'd be definitely a good coach.
Fucking eating steak. That guy can make a mean steak, man.
Yeah, he can. He can definitely.
Now that he's not a bum anymore, he can actually eat expensive steak anymore.
There you go.
And he can teach culinary classes at the Performance Center.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome to Cooking with Baron. Watch me.
You know what? If he actually did a YouTube show, I actually watch it.
Oh man. Carmelo Hayes, keep.
Yeah, you keep him. 101. He's him. He's the
one of the four NXT pillars.
Yeah, he's the Allen Iverson of wrestling. When he shoots, he don't miss.
I never miss. Pretty Deadly.
Man, I love Pretty Deadly. You got to keep those guys, but I wish Triple H would do more. I like what they're doing with them in Stratton, because I think you could do something fun with them as a trio. But I want to
Yes,
see them.
boy.
I want to see them do more like in ring though.
Agreed.
Yes,
They're,
boy. Yeah,
they're
we love them over here.
they're way too entertaining to not be used,
Yep.
and I mean they're good in the ring too. So
Yeah, like that. They're definitely one of the guys that definitely held it down during the pandemic era of NXT UK.
yeah,
And for people that think, oh, they just pretty, but no, they can fucking wrestle. They're tough. Don't let the fits fool you. The Wilson and Prince, they are tough. You know,
yeah.
so I just want to
Giovanni
see more from those
Vinci.
guys.
Oh, sorry.
Oh God. Oh man. I don't know, man. I think it's time to let him rock too. He's been in WWE for years. I remember when they came here in 2017 for that house show in NXT in Charleston, and he was on it fighting Cassius Ohno, and that's when he was Fabian Eichner. So that goes to
I
show you how long
love
he's
Vinci,
been
man. I
around.
love what they did with the character, man. But after them burying them, I want him. I'll say this: I love him, but I want him to go for his own good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same. I
Go
like him.
like
He's
for
talented.
his own good. I love
Hmm.
him though, man. I just wish they'd give him a chance, man.
yeah. Agreed. Yeah, just what else can you do with them? So just
Yeah,
bye bye.
let him go.
DIY.
Yeep.
Keep as a.
Per-
I mean,
personally,
again,
I let him go. Not my taste, but being unselfish, you got to keep those guys around. You got to keep those guys around. They're good locker room guys. Great guys for younger tag teams to work with and learn from. So you keep them around. Keep those guys around.
and also Triple H. That's his son, so he's not gonna fire his son.
Oh, of course, they're not gonna let just anybody come out wearing DX cosplay gear.
No. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Let them go. It's time.
Keep.
Yeah, agreed. I just yeah, they're on NXT and they're putting over teams, but it's like I don't know. I think it's a thing of like wherever AJ goes, they go. So maybe this is a favor to AJ.
Plus the whole stuff with the Paul Heyman stuff. I think it was Triple H just trying to let them, make their money and stuff like that. I think it was he was trying to do right by them by bringing them back, but it's been a bust. It's been a bust. Nobody cares about those guys like that. I like Carl Anderson personally. Like I'm a fan of his.
The
You know,
machine gun.
the machine gun. I know he says a lot of
That's
stuff
one of the
that
coolest, like, ring announcements that anyone has ever had, man.
right. The machine gun, Carl Anderson.
It's like oh god, so good.
I know, right? Like that's one of the things that I really liked about him is that he had presence in Japan and stuff like that. But USA, Carl Anderson, it's just like it's pretty bland. You take all that stuff away from him. And but I like him personally. I know he says a lot of stuff that pisses people off sometimes, but so do I. So as far as I'm concerned, me and him are friends. Uh but yeah, nah, I just besides putting over talents in NXT, I don't see. And Gallows is a good locker room guy and everything like that. You know what? I might have to tweak it, make them coaches or something like that because I think they can be that. But other than that, I have no other use for them at this point
All right.
as active wrestlers.
Street Profits.
You keep those guys. You make Montez Ford a fucking star, the star that he is meant
Agreed.
to fucking be, man. Excuse me, scratch that. The superstar that he's meant to be. I'm tired of this shit, man. Him and Dawkins, they're doing nothing but losing over and over again. And unless it leads to something where he finally breaks out and does whatever, um, I just don't see a point in toiling and wasting this guy's youth on being a tag team guy when this guy has so much more to offer. And Triple H, you saw that. You gave this man the solo spot in the chamber last year. And no big follow up with that. Now that Bobby Lashley's gone, I think it's time you do something. You do something with this fucking guy, man. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people wanted to come, but The tag team division. What tag team division? Come on. You guys complain about how non-existent it is anyways. What is breaking off the Street Profits, especially the good part of it? The better part of it, excuse me, because Dawkins is good. I just want to correct myself. But what harm would that do by having Montez Ford explore single opportunities and be the superstar that he's meant to be? I see no harm in that whatsoever. I've been starving for a black man superstar who looks great, um, and is athletic, is charismatic, and is red carpet friendly as Montez Ford for a long time. And he's a guy that he can be WWE champion if he's afforded that opportunity. He can be, and I think he could smash it. I really think so. And I'm tired of them wasting his fucking youth, man. Come on, we gotta get this shit together. But yeah, you definitely keep the profits though.
All right.
I'm sorry for going on that long rant.
No, don't worry about it. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, I keep Shin and just have him be a coach and a trainer too, and he can help break that barrier for a lot of the Japanese talent that comes over as well. So he can be a great Japanese American bridge gap ambassador type guy, like Funaki is,
or like Rocky Romero with everything.
Yeah, that too. The
Rocky
liaison.
Romero could be like a fucking politician and fucking have world peace, man.
Yeah, I mean,
That guy could talk his ass off.
Yeah, no, he don't call himself Slick Rock for no reason.
Right.
So that's all the mid carders in SmackDown. Let's go to the women's. B-Fab.
I get rid of her.
Get rid of her. She adds nothing.
Yeah, I was trying to wait and see if she had any type of improvement, but yeah, I think you gotta let her go. Ashanti D Adonis, huh?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Swerve, but Swerve's in AEW, so doesn't. I mean, as far as like people who still stayed on after Hit Row, I think Ashanti.
So she's the last one of Hit Row to be on the main roster in WWE. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That I didn't see that coming. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's just like you looked at Swerve as the star, then Swerve left, and then the rest of the group left, and they came back, and yeah. But yeah, she get rid of her.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
Blair Davenport.
Yeah, you keep BD.
No, do something with it. Do something with her.
Yeah, just do something with it. Yeah, no, I agree. You just gotta do something with the girl.
Candice LeRae and who's the other chick?
Oh God, Indy Hartwell.
Indy. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be mean. Get rid of them. They add nothing.
I'd keep Candice as a coach, but Indy, I'd chuck her.
Indy's not good.
I'll keep both.
Nah, she's got 2 left feet. Olive oil. Yeah, I'm not. Indy, Indy has a charm, and she had a charm and a hint of charisma to her, but I don't know, it's not working out like as far as in ring goes. So I think it'd be best for her to, I'd chuck her.
Shh. It's Chelsea. Chelsea Green, obviously keep. Love her.
Yes, yeah. Chelsea Green is definitely one of the better rehires as far as like the women is, concerned, as far as like Triple H. Like I think Chelsea Green, just a lot of great character work, and she I mean, it could be better, but it's more than a lot of other people have to offer on that women's roster. Chelsea to me has very unselfish, will bump around for you. And Chelsea could be another good person that could be a coach too when it's all said and done for her, especially with her bumping experience, her stunt woman work and stuff like that. Chelsea is, I think, somebody you can keep around long term, even after her career is said and done. But yeah, I keep Chelsea.
I kind of wish they would put her in a more serious spot on the show because she's proven that she can work and she can obviously talk and she's over. So I don't know. I just hope she doesn't get lost in the shuffle as like you're primarily just player coach.
And no, I think even now with them beating up Meechin and shit like that, I think it's gonna lead to Shotzi coming back and teaming up with Meechin to go up against those two.
Yeah.
But I hope that they allow her to maybe be more aggressive and everything like that because I think Chelsea is too good to just waste just being the Karen that gets beat up every week. Now, if you have her being aggressive Karen, like now we're going places.
Yeah.
So I
I mean,
hope
she
that
showed signs against Julia.
yeah, and she definitely did. And and then like I said, this past Friday with them jumping Meechin too, like that was good. That was good. Hopefully they continue that, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I definitely want more for Chelsea Green, but I think right now I'm keeping her. She's an asset, man.
Yeah. Who's next?
La,
We
la, la,
talked
la,
about
la, 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 la.
We talked about Meechin.
Yeah, I like Meechin.
Yeah, keep her.
I keep Meechin around too, and she's definitely a girl that can be a coach for them too down the line. I can see it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
and kind of like Chelsea, she's proven that she's valuable.
Mhm.
I mean, she went to NXT and worked with the talent there, and obviously, on the main roster. So
And
keep her.
she got to have the honor to slap Jada Parker's cheeks on live television.
Mm.
She
Mm.
got to do something that most of us want to do.
Hey,
God
Miss
damn.
Parker.
What would I give to be Meechin's hands?
Oh my. Let's see. Piper Niven.
So Keith Lee said when he saw that. Oh my.
Keep.
Oh yeah. Keep.
Yeah, you definitely keep her.
Tegan Knox.
Get rid of her.
I like her, but
She needs to go.
she's like Jesus, who the fuck were you just? Oh, she's like Dakota Kai, but
Okay.
like with even less charisma. So I'll keep
Mm.
Dakota, but I'll get rid of Tegan. But I like Tegan, but it's just is what it is.
I like
Very
Tegan too. I liked her ever since I seen her in What Culture, Nixon Newell.
yeah,
I'm like she's cute and she's got like a certain charm to her and everything like that. But her career in WWE has been mired with injury, and it's not her fault, but it's been mired with injury. And every time she seems to get momentum, she's back on the shelf again for 6 months. And once again, back to my point earlier, how can you be a player when you're out of the game more than you in it? Like I don't know. And then you're wasting money on her where you can lob it somewhere else to a talent that's ready to go right now that could be a player for you. Maybe not as immediate, but can be a player for you maybe down the line or offer something to the show in some type of capacity right now. I just think that she has to go off that alone. And and I'm with you, Justin. I like her. I like her as a talent. I think she's a good wrestler and everything like that. When she's healthy, she's on, she's popping, but I just don't think it's fair to keep somebody who has an injury track record like hers around. And
absolutely.
and meanwhile, somebody else who, like I said, can go right now, can offer you something right now, whether it's in ring or from a verbal or emotional capacity, is being held out because you have this woman signed to a contract who can't give you anything. Once
Yeah,
again, not her fault, but it's just the sad cards that she's dealt with those knees, man.
yeah,
All right, I believe that's pretty much everybody.
Mm.
Like I mentioned, we decided to exclude, I guess, people that are higher on the card,
Yeah,
like
because we're
Roman
keeping them for
Reigns.
obvious reasons.
Yeah, like Roman Reigns or Randy
oh,
Orton
get
or
rid of
whatever.
him. How come we talk about Roman? Get rid of him. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, get rid of him. He sucks. I was gonna
Yeah.
say something else, but I don't feel like getting canceled, so I'm just gonna
Uh-oh.
fucking.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna move on, people. But that
Mm.
was our bus slip for WWE. Uh, Justin, would you be down to do an AEW one next week?
It's gonna take us like 5 days to do an AEW one.
Okay. It's just gonna be.
If you want to, but that roster is, man.
It's like I think there's gonna be a lot of get rid of them on my part. It's gonna be like get rid of him. But he's Kenny Omega. Fuck him. Get rid of him.
Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, I'll pass
He's
on
the,
that.
he's the greatest wrestler of all time.
Like get rid of him. Get rid of that.
For my mental health, I'll pass on the AEW one.
It's like get rid of him. But he's Brody Lee. Fuck that kid. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
He's gonna look like a Mick Scandal in 5 years, anyways. When that stomach starts to sag, like get rid of him.
Okay, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Oh no!
Like Christian Cage said.
I just looked up. I just looked up the AEW roster. The first one in alphabetical order is Aaron Solo. No, I'm not doing it. No, we're not.
Oh, Aaron Solo, without hesitation, is out the door first. You kidding?
Bailey's ex-boyfriend.
Mr. Bailey. He hates it when people call him that, Mr. Bailey.
Yeah, well, too fucking bad.
Yeah, it's too fucking bad because that's all you're known for, buddy. Because I mean, my God, I know you used to team with Ricky Starks, but that's all you're known for is carrying Ricky Starks bags and then sniffing Bailey's panties. Which I mean, sniffing Bailey's panties. I mean, my God, if that's a gig and you like to have that, then I mean, I think that's worth having. But he's not a player. Get his ass out of here. That's a free one on me. Aaron Solo, you out the door. We love Solo, but we don't love you. Get out of here. Like Roman Reigns said, get this bum up out of here. Get this bum up out of here.
So RJ, so tomorrow we're doing the show, right? The 10 a.m. show.
We're doing the 10 a show. Us TNA. Good
TNA,
Lord.
Jesus.
TNA show. We're doing a 10 a.m. show.
What's RJ doing in the Impact Zone?
Oh, I think you know why I'm here.
Oh my.
You know why
Oh
I'm here and
my.
what I'm here for. I'm here to challenge AJ Francis to a rap battle. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God. I'm here to ask Rich Swann, why do you continue to embarrass the dreadlock community by having your hair like that? Why Jordan Grace, why did you pump your arm with one steroid?
Jesus.
Why? Jonathan Gresham, why are you so small? Why are you so bald? Where's Scott Demore's training bra at?
Oh my.
Where is it?
Oh
Josh
my.
Alexander, why are you so boring? Hey Jade,
Oh.
Jade, what do you see in Josh Alexander?
I can carry him around in my bags.
Santino, can I go out with Ariana Grace? Oh, what are you
They
talking
actually
about?
had they actually had a segment with each other on Impact.
Yeah, they did. That was fun to see. I like that.
That was pretty cool. I mean, she's still with Stacks, so you have to go through Stacks.
Nah, he's a pretty boy.
You mean mini stacks?
He's a pretty boy.
Shanning Stacks Lorenzo.
You mean mini stacks?
Sure.
Yeah. I guess you haven't seen the memes on that. I guess
I have not.
Oh, okay. I'm by myself on that joke.
Well, what are the memes? What's the joke?
You just gotta watch it. You just gotta go on their Instagrams. Check it out. It's kind of hard to explain.
Okay, I was gonna ask you something, but never mind. But yeah, tomorrow is the Friendly Neighborhood Marks. It's gonna be live here on the Wrestling Soup Discord. And yeah, so RJ, do you want to do a AEW bus flip?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's do an AEW bus flip on that. And a lot of people are gonna be dumped. So people, you better be ready because I'm tossing bitches like Diddy tosses salad. So
Price mate.
So yeah, it's going down for real. Aaron Solo, you got your little preview. Aaron Solo's out the door, all right? He's out the door. So spoiler alert. If you don't know, now you know.
The question should be: are you gonna bring baby oil?
You know what? I'm looking at a bottle of baby oil right now. I'm not joking, guys. I'm not joking. There's a
What is
bottle. There's a
Nate?
there's a Johnson baby oil right there on my
It's like, RJ, why do you have on so much baby oil? It's a podcast.
Well, I mean, ah, you know, yeah, it's not for direct reasons like Diddy has, but I mean, hey, girls want back rubs sometimes, so you gotta oblige. So I mean, hey, you gotta have that supplied.
It's like between Diddy and wrestlers from the 80s and 90s who had more baby oil.
He's not oily enough. Squirt the whole bottle on him. Let it run down his chest.
We're out of baby oil. We need to call Diddy. It's like, but do you really want to call Diddy for help?
Yes. And Puff Daddy comes in the background. He's fucking doing the Harlem Shake with the bottles in his hand. Fucking tossing them to Vince or whoever else. There you go.
God.
Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. He's out
Well,
the door.
that was Mace.
He's dancing on the song.
Hey,
He's in a video dancing in the background.
Mace did the smart thing and he left.
Yeah, he definitely did.
He
He
found
definitely
Jesus
did.
and he left.
He found
But
Jesus and Shine served all his prison time, and he's a politician in a third world country. So
good for him. But
yeah,
that's
good
the
for
end of the
him.
show, people. We did about 2.5 hours tonight, so fun show. Shout out to everybody who supports the show. Wrestling Soup, of course, Mish, who gave us the platform to do the show.
Mhm.
Everybody else, all of our friends.
Oh my God, Drew! I am looking at this AEW roster. I'm gonna have a field day with this.
Oh,
Jeez
yeah.
Christ! Oh my God, I'm gonna have a field day with this tomorrow.
Which makes a good segue. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time here on the Wrestling Soup Discord, me and RJ will be doing our show, Friendly Neighborhood Marks, where we will be doing a bus flip like tonight, but instead it's on the AEW roster. So
Yep.
be there or be square.
Mm-hmm.
So look for that, Friendly Neighborhood Marks with RJ here.
Yep.
And where you can find this show along with the show I do with RJ. You can find it anywhere. You can find it anywhere podcasts are distributed, like Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, and also there's a YouTube channel. So get those numbers up, people. You can you can watch live replays from our stream. You can also listen to audio portions if you're into that kind of thing. But that's all me. That's where you can find me. Justin, where can the people find you?
I didn't even notice my camera was off. It overheated, like always. But I am at Spinebuster Tees, spinebustertees.com. Go and get yourself t-shirts that I designed myself. $20. Get it shipped out to you. Use the promo code at the top of the web page, and you'll get yourself 10% off. That'll basically cover the shipping cost for the most part, but spinebustertees.com. Also follow me on Spinebuster Tees on Instagram, where I post new items every day that I get inside of my shop, which is at Spinebuster Tees at the Wonderland of the Americas, which is also known as Crossroads Mall in San Antonio, Texas. Come visit, get yourself a t-shirt, action figure, Funko Pop, autographs, vintage magazines, trading cards. I have it all in my shop. Great, always getting new items in my shop is very fun and exciting time to come visit anytime that I am open at Spinebuster Tees at Wonderland of the Americas. Spinebuster Tees on Instagram. Follow me there, and spinebustertees.com. Get yourself a t-shirt.
Yes, sir. And RJ, what about you?
Follow me on Twitter at LowRJ Unlimited, where anything that comes out of my mouth has no limits whatsoever. So yeah, follow me on there, and just follow us. Support the podcast by driving those numbers up for the experience and for the Friendly Neighborhood Marks. Got those coming out to you. If you want to follow my solo stuff, well, not solo stuff, but my other podcast, RJ and the Savage Squad, where I have guests and we just shoot the shit. So That is available everywhere that you can find your podcast at. And also plugged it last week, plug it again this week. I have the 2K Fed CCW.
Oh yeah.
We have I have a show tomorrow to do before I do the show with Drew. CCW Fatality, actually two CCW Fatality and Supremacy. It's usually a two show stacked on Thursday. And we have a live pay-per-view on Saturday. I'm gonna do it Saturday night. Probably around 9 o'clock. Lest we forget, one of the guys on the roster, one of my little brothers, Chance, he put together the card, and we're gonna play it out, see what happens. But that will be at Saturday on at 9 o'clock on Twitch, the RTJXX, and that will be on YouTube afterwards, RTJXX. So yeah, we got some stuff popping over there. So yeah, man, that's all my stuff.
Oh yeah, man. Good luck with that.
Yeah, man. No, look, we're having fun. I'm having fun.
That's what it's about.
The roster's having fun. You know, like I said, we've been doing this poll shit, you know, for a while, but before we made the transition into the 2K stuff. So like, it's almost like a family, you know,
Right.
going in there and you have the big Twitter group chat, and it's just, you know, us just shooting the shit and just shooting ideas and just playing certain things out. So it's really fun to do stuff with very fun and creative people. So I'm definitely having fun with it. The management team, quote unquote, using finger quotations, are having fun with it as well. So and when it doesn't become fun no more, then that's when we don't do it anymore. Just like with anything, you know, when podcasting doesn't become fun anymore, then you don't do it, or you do it to a minimum degree, but at best. But yeah, that'd be the day that I stop when it doesn't become fun anymore. So, but we plan on keeping going for as long as we can, man, because it's really fun, and just getting to interact with other creative people just outside of the CCW bubble too is really fun.
Oh yeah,
So
man.
it's definitely fun.
I'm definitely proud of you, RJ.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Nah, just, you know, trying different things, trying to have fun, trying to create, and I'm not the mushy positive guy, but I'm trying to create a nice fun environment for not only just for myself, but for the people that have been with CCW ever since 2020, when we didn't even know what the hell was going on in the world. You know, and that's when CCW was forged. It wasn't forged by me, it was forged by Jackson, the kid I call my nephew. He's one of my I'm like Snoop. I got so many damn nephews. It's ridiculous. legit, legit, and not legit, illegitimate. So, but yeah, like he started it in 2020, and I joined later on that summer. And he was like, "Hey, do you want to help run this thing?" And I was like, "Sure, yeah, I'll help run it." You know, and we done all we could with the poll stuff, and the poll stuff had a short shelf life, so we decided to change it into 2K Fed, and like it's been really fun, really fun. So yeah, man, just keep on supporting. I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna beg, but if you guys want to support, you guys like what I do with as far as like the podcast and everything like that goes, and you guys like wrestling, obviously, that's why most of you here. Then, you know, check out CCW. I think it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of other different promotions that we work with too, quote unquote. Once again, finger quotes. But yeah, man, it's just fun. Even swapping like talents, quote unquote, and stuff like that is like, it's really fun. This guy's showing up here. Oh, RJ's here. Oh my god, why? You know, so it's fun, and doing the little video promos and packages for it is fun too, talking shit and everything. Like it's just fun. It's fun. It allows you to live out a fantasy of being a wrestler, you know, and it's just really fun, and allows you to be really creative, not only from like from your persona to your whole look and attire and everything like that. Y'all know me. Like, you see some of my stuff on Twitter, Drew. Like, I love making attire.
Yeah.
I love making my gear, man, whether it's comic book based or stuff with some porn stars on it, or just my normal Raven King stuff with the Ravens and stuff like that. So yeah, like I just love making the gear and just being creative, man. Just that is very interesting to me. It's just being the whole creative part and just playing it out.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that kind of sounds like that's what is making the channel work, is that you guys are just adding elements of what you are, and that's what always makes it fun, is when it just feels like you're watching people be themselves and not try to be another character, just be like a manufactured thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be
So
all robotic and AI-ish. Nah, man. Like we like even on commentary, like I try to have fun with that too. Like doing the commentary and making like short jokes, like even if it might come across offensive to somebody in general, like that, like when I crack certain jokes, especially about some of the girls, sometimes it's because I know them and I can crack those jokes, and like they'll hit me up and be laughing about it later on anyway. So like it's just fun little stuff like that, fun little shots that I take at certain people and stuff like that. Even hitting at my animosity with my brother and stuff like that at times. So like it's like really fun to do little stuff like that and just create narratives and certain stories out there to have people going, wait, what? It's mad funny. It's mad fun. So
Justin's saying that his PC froze. Oy.
oh,
All right,
damn.
well, we're gonna get off here. Much love to everybody. We will see y'all. Me and RJ will see y'all in 10 hours actually
Yep.
on the Wrestling Soup Discord. So
Mhm.
peace out, everybody. Have a good night, and me and Justin will see you next week. Me and RJ will see you tomorrow. So peace out.
Peace out. Catch you guys later.